lawyer Julius AJ and Company, or a private legal practitioner, and a lawyer Randolph Chumesi Ankra, and so Morrison Chumesi and Partners, on also a private legal practitioner. On the phone line, said the American Atenenka Dadano, a lawyer Susanna Asabia Nyampong, on T. Forsen and Co. On also a private legal practitioner. But there is this other question, I don't know. Lawyer Chumesi Ankra will deal with that for us. Now, I say, and when the bar email now, your publisher, I say, dear Mr. Ladi, please, I work with an accountancy firm. It's a contract job for 2 years, for which I have spent 1 year. In my appointment letter, it was stated that I am entitled to 15 working days leave. During my first year, I sought leave of 1 day to attend a funeral, 4 days for my biological sister's engagement and wedding, which was held in the Eastern and Greater Accra regions respectively, and a day off when my place of residence got flooded due to heavy rains. My boss called me prior to our Christmas break that based on the permissions I sought, which he granted, it shows that I am not serious with my work. Therefore, he is advising me to resign, and he is ready to pay a month's salary if I agree to resign. I told him I'm not in the position to resign and assured him of my greatest cooperation in the years coming. He still insisted I do resign. Please, I want to know if he has the right to terminate my contract, which has a year more to elapse, and if he does, that am I entitled to any compensation? Where Richard Bosom Pim no the way about this Richard so yeah Juma ewo accountancy firm bi na a contract job for mfie mienu 2 years. We twam mfie baako na appointment letter e de man na wo mu say afibia no will leave 15 days. If I 15 working days. 15 working days. That's the ubei weekends near the FM. You know, will leave 15 days. Now the first year, no, oji leave dabako edeko yi. And now oji 4 days they call new bar engagement and a wedding. And we course wo Eastern region. That be and no course wo okay a year no course wo Eastern region and a wedding no course wo Accra. And osanji 1 day off. Ni fear or timono insuo efa fie into oji 1 day off. In the 1 day no eka 4 days for wedding no I have 5. And a 1 day I'll jeko a year na in all 6 days. But Phoebe, I know what the contract name say 15 working days
on Asempa FM.
But just 6 days. Ain't the boss no a friend no. Yeah, but with the bronya ya say or she will be our bedroom for 1 first year na de bia na mekwa yi o tena mekwa wedding o tena me fie insu afa no. The boss is on ye serious and you on resign. On bezo be in the on resign. Na what say much the boss send the boss emfa nche no. Na afi ba kwa aka ne de. Enya de obeje off be obeyi adwuma ni ye ma ye adwuma ni ye. The boss is still on resign. Obusa say the boss was akwan no. So obeka say on resign. Na ana say o twa ne contract nim. Na say ba say o twa mu nso a o ho kwan so obeje compensation dey fi ne boss wa na. Lo Randolph. The other ye nim no no.
Yo obi me da say. Me nua na sem no. Ansa na metimi amano afutuo a wo fapem pa wo se bia ne obenya no te se me hu sa appointment letter no.
Okay.
But appointment letter ni ho no meka de emra no eka.
Okay.
Na so wo hwe labor act no ma labor act na ye emra batan a adwumayefo ene adwuma no ahyehyɛ ene na ɛbɔ ho ban. Na so hwe labor act no mu a ɛma adwumayeni bia minimum 15 working days leave. Awa afi bia be adwuma bia mu no
15 working days.
Minimum 15 working days
Okay.
leave. Afi bia mu no you are entitled to sa number of days no. Compulsory. Emra na ma ho kwan se wo se wo fa.
Okay.
Na se o hwe asem na menu ande ba na ni leave no kra wa fa se ya kasa no kra be classified or ya no kra say a falls within 15 days working leave no kra a different issue.
Okay.
But we emphasize say etoma 2 na just wafa 6 days
6 days
na just 15 no kra no aka outstanding 9 days
yes
he's entitled to
yes
and no nanche nonetheless no emram no nso no ojumayeni bia anase employer bia no e wo ho kwan se obi a ofo na adwuma no obetime ne no apapam saa na adwumayeni nso betime ene na adwuma nipa ofo adwuma enye nhye se wo fo obi adwuma ne ne adwuma enkosi afebọ na mmom se ebehu de ewo ene de eniwo no ni nyina agina krata na ebo mayonkofa no ho ban appointment letter na and the woman na be kire but normally no say emphasis appointment letter bia kra ni ho na hwemra no ma ye be check e bia how kwan na ye forsitu ya oka say ye busome say ye na wotwe say bia afi na mra no ye determine say bia ye emphasis employment ne ba na wie ya e be gina so e de amount mpatade it is all we are a fixed term contract for 2 years.
2 years.
Unyanye 1 year cry. And then the boss nesi unjai because who is only serious. One, the means that one the boss no ain't mention no. Say unjai jumano so no ready to be jaya because the boss know what 2 options. I saw besakino and I say bia obekweri no. Not the mrane down ayonko fan no. We this to send yes mrane ka say ebia se mesakeo na ada se mema notice 1 month and I'm about 2 weeks and as a memo ska they ate a notice ne car no mahwa but say the boss bet me asking and answer won't me sacking ne there and no the emran see no kwan so sacking we obet me asking
there was say unstated ground to be answer with me asking and
oh there be emran nhye say so wo sack you be say o man o more reasons until how they sack no emran nhye make me aga say all foul no necessary one share amount reasons the into the file or apply ejuma and I call interview and no tete and also okay no be ejuma all one can say bia abc the into na me file this all can say bia ya yanko fa no or relationship no worker employer relationship no embra na we ya embra na hye no ho kwan say on ka say e bia me hwe ojuma na ojuma yen enso ani say all the reasons ba so kase bia wajuma yen enso na ase bia mehu se onye competent na eno no employer no e de ono ne humum sebi abesi abasem se me kase e bia you are not competent na se bia records e wo ho e kire se free time be ejuma no everything shows say I'm competent. The reason na this came no is not justified no crab me nyina so am metimi do akokot okay Akoka say bia termination no had no basis. And until na emra no enhye obi ase say o jay adwuma. Obema reason ti a odi jay adwuma. Eno de emra no enhye.
Baba say for workers na eye adwuma wo companies ai bia omo ye unionized no. Wow. We say be na wo the friend collective bargaining agreement ne ade e won because unya ma obi suspension go union for ntimi ba be ka say hey o basis for suspension and you're right ukoyi na the ebeka say o basis in sa environment and so employers by the
mame you say na make you say eba adwuma na adwumayefo hyehyeye mu a ne nyina agina ne omo beji atum ho na mram no your collective bargaining agreement no say me fan say wo kuo bim wo adwuma na form ku na say my collective bargaining agreement aye hyehyeye a mu nyina adwumayefo nyina na adwuma na bam na moji atum say eno na emmo mo ho ban wo adwuma no baby wo ho kra saa hyehyeye no mra na ma ho kwan say saa collective bargaining friend CBA no edu baby a ebenya ebe run over employment letter na kra na you be considered as more important than employment letter no into en na akohwe into the same fast employment CBA no and employment letter na kase before company and nipa no na ejuma betimi asakre so ma reason na no ye mra mo ankasa ma hyehye regulatory so ma reason but in the absence of sa neema ni nyina no same fast CBA no enkasa so ma reason letter of employment so enkasa so ma reason na ne de hwenhye no because constitution no cry apart from public service and civil servants and I'm running say I was say it has to be with cost
okay public servant and civil servant
yes and with cost
legal
so it has to be with cost
with cost
we share the constitution article 190 ho na amount clear say it has to be for cost in the whole there's no reason but in the absence of that no there's no other
but in the case of Richard no do you get a feeling say the reason and the boss need because the boss catch and say well who's on you serious, and the boss came to that conclusion because of this now. Or Jane of boss say now my for you first year you man now what you say just who serious ain't indirectly that is the reason a boss needs to cast into on resign
and no only no say boss never say no one resigning because in this case no inducement for him to quit.
Yes, the
boss is more or less inducing him to quit the job and this one no enjoy that's the boss ne sakina or no bet me abia started action for be unfair termination.
Okay.
And I be a wrongful termination. No, design as one say. Or in the leave period, and or part of the leave, no. And then a boss needs to be a second. And only a different issue. But say, I can say boss beats me a sackle, and now employer need to be sacked. I know, dear. And man, man who come about sackle, we are. And who sounds one also a court. And always castle block court, a court, never.
Okay. And I think the concluding part of the way, I'll say, he still insisted I do resign. Please, that is when I'll say I told him I'm not in the position to resign and assured him of my greatest cooperation in the years coming. He still insisted I do resign. Please, I want to know if he has the right to terminate my contract, which has a year more to allow. You know, one year who say employer be our home coin, so obey to me a terminated contract. Good. Or say, and if he does, am I entitled to any compensation under the circumstances? When is he entitled to any compensation?
Oh, bet me I can say he'll be entitled to compensation. One, we'll have to look at and I'm agree can say appointment letter. And two, because it's our case we know. So one as a boss no crash has no frustrating. It can fall within the scope of constructive termination.
Yes.
Into a forcing how many judge man. Into bet me I check quarter compensation be a notice no be a months I can't case or the age man and for any near my in a court intimation or Kaseki. So that particular case where have facts now, it be entitled to be a 3 months, 4 months, 5 months salary as compensation.
Okay.
But any idea a daho say okwa say when I say because of the circumstances we need to know. I say mama miss compensation because it be a creative situation which made it uncomfortable for me to continue working with him.
Okay, that's interesting. Meaning, sir, lawyers are or anything to add to where enough here. Moving to the next question. Lawyer Susie, who are? Me did say UTA, meaning lawyer Susie, lawyer Veronica, lawyer Julius. Mumubia will be to top up and if you move to the next question. So Bibi also the one I'm moving to the next question. Okay, good. I think he's dealt with the issue. And he said UTA Richard Bosompem. Yeah, that is the advice for you. Now, Lauren of the BBC saying, "Oh, yes, what they call quarter." So, a better one.
Oh, court did there. Oh, yeah, I'm convoking a court check. But I say, who say Ghana no? Yeah, courts no the bomu kram. Yes, you're saying all the regions no courts. In fact, all kind individual courts we do bear 1,000.
Yeah.
But we have a population of about over
30 million.
Almost 30 million, and we have judges. Nancy Madam for Dennis Jamoye Savi. A judges cry all Ghana. I don't think so. It's up to even 3,000. So the money boom from Supreme Court and do 3,000. And our cases in a day, it may file almost 1,000 cases. And as 1,000 cases, a few judges here and so you better check. I saw be in your name or court. It's no qua say it my colleague counsel say it almost is in the better share no court no to us a night for upon you know for I'm just share more beer as a Canadian. Intinema I don't so echo a chirika quarantine. Yes, sir, but we have to be a court cases check. And
I will put a civil case.
Labor Commission.
Labor Commission. So okay. And let's deal with the other questioner, Abba, and we know lawyer Opokweje will handle this one for us. We say, please, sir, if a man dies without a will, but does a declaration signed by a commissioner of oath, stating that his children, including that of the divorced wife, should take over his house, is that substantive enough? Does the divorced wife have any stake in the said property? Sarah Mensa ewo techiman. And the Sarah the end say obi wu bema bi ewu na wanya well into ewu interstate wanya well na oye declaration commissioner of oath assign sa declaration that say ne ma wawo won ne yiri oni na jai kra ma anasa ne ba eka ho omomfa ne fie obusa sa declaration no e wonyina so e wo mremu ena se wonyina so
Ekosiisen On Asempa
ne yiri na wa jai no ono nso no owo chefa bi e wo sa japade ni mu ana lawyer
declaration ni nyina so
o say commissioner of oath assign you
say notary public they sign you say commissioner of oath they sign you eni nyina so nipa se wote ase a wo ho kwan se wajapade de open no wo de beche no se wanye ne sa so a na se opese ejapade no wo che no wuwu achi a wo ye we well no so nhye da ho wo be me ya tworo ama na wa wo be tworo wo de wonsa be hyase wo de wonsa hyase no nipa mienu aya dansefo ejina ho na omo hwe se wo de wonsa hyase uwia adansefo no so obia de nsa ahyase wa bra wo a wo ye we no wo hobi na adansefo mienu so obia wo hobi short of that no unye weli bia wa kire de opese esie na wa the commissioner for declaration but enye well enti enye adwuma se will nhyehyɛ na da hɔ no mo no and so pepepepepa enye well enti enye adwuma enti say no obi saa no we interested enti no 111 pm de beche 111 so no ekire se o hunkafo ane no ho wo ma waja o maame ene bia amamre se ka kanen ka lo wani ho no mu a ka onyema sen e beche no a kire se ne che ne pepepepepe oba oni no ho ana be ma na woni no ho mo aja aware no ni che fani
PMC lo 11 enhwe divorced wife
no di obenya wo mu ni embra wo ja aware no ena so ogi de ne dia na se wanje de ye wo dia embra aware ja ye ne ba ye no na se wokọ na owu akiri a enye je na abeka se ne japade no a eka ye no medie wo nti opese oba no ana be ma no ana one no wo hodom no oja ni bia eso ye well na o kire se wenko wanye well dia lo 111 ne de to ho pepepepe ena se ne ayi kan no ukọ commissioner for house no wo ye ma na o chance se pen no se nkikom se nkankom enye well enye adwuma
asebo okay in this other thing na e ka say and the Amazon the year no in the jai no granted say at the time I know muja aware no
Ekosiisen
by the time no muja aware na omo mienu during the pendency of the marriage no
my
properties be near me oja aware no wa anyi bibi anhye da amfa anko ena ana ebia no nim nti wa anye hwe on de efie akoja ne ye jai na obi akọ ne baby ena ewuo no aba still I only stake bia
ho na den kakra on say oba na be ma uja aware a nipa no ana on ne te aware no mu na uji afi ne ho
yes
wa nye mfiri ne ho wa wu kwanti say wa na on ne kwa akọ se ejapade ni medie wo ma na medie nim well
now if it's established say ebia only worry from 2005 to 2010 and a muja worry 2010 bema na ko worry for fra wewu 2015 if it established between 2005 to 2010 ana mo worry no ejapade we na mo mie no mo ye within that period you still don't have a stake in that
ejapade a mo ye no wo ko no wo je wo de
no ebia wa anye
enne se uja ma no
se na wunim abusuan na mbusuan ne ye ko fie na
I do as ignorance of the law.
It's no excuse.
Wo ko no ho kwase obeji. Aware ja ye ne ba ye no. Wo kwase o ka say japade we me ne ye. Me ne no dia. Intimi chefe we mu no. Say half o, say ye dia mra no fama na me fanko. Wo jama no na ye gu aware no a. All won bibi e say wo pese wo gi free aware no mu bia no. Aware ja ye time no na wo jeko. Won say bia ka ever say mo ntem atete. Ba mu nya aware ena owu abade a. In the eyes of the law no mo yekunu ne yere ebi kra na asem no court a mudi nso court no nyangu aware no you are still man and wife nti eno kasa wo gi bibi wo mu a ayi emra no ebepene so na wo gya aware no ekọ wanye hwe owuye na afi wa base na me chefa bi wo mu na manye one on any chase a manson because nipa on any barbecue no ho
Wow.
or now bet you say be a meto cement bag bako or tobacco as matobacco or total and matota or yes one on the area.
Delay defeats equity in the at time upon but the other thing they say for that Sam Rano a say for the pendency of the marriage and baby and baby and mummy no more diano. Does it say really I was so bad bet say my contribution to property acquisition any me to cement back me to away is that the law?
Area of the law no
Ekosiisen
On fluid
very
a fluid say emrano enchichiri nyina ya ka say net here kan no yes oba okọ aware a ubo ukunu no ye japade a eye ne dia chefanim
ukunu ne dia
u chefanim ena mra no eda na eso so utimi kire say wo so yire wo ho na nyese wo boa ne keke wo so wo ye bibia ewom emra no so be hwe be say okay say bi kura one to cement one to block one to tar but say wo nu aduane ma omo be ye adwuma no wo koso boba si na ye wo so wo chefa wo de ba ye no constitution 92 ba ye ne say adia mu ejapade a mu ware ye mu ye bo mu no mu dia emra no supreme court ehwe ne say eno ye be kire mu say de mu ware ya mu nya ye ina ne emra no be fa ne say mu ye bo mu emfa ho de be ma de ba de oba de ba ye the latest decision about no kire say supreme court no as kire say joint acquisition say mu ye bo mu no e kire say mu ye bo mu inti say ba one timi an kire say ye bo mu na mo anya mbom the law no longer presumes emfa ne say one samoa ware no e na mu nya ye de mu ye bo mu say na say wo kire say mu ye bo mu ansa na manager atu say mu ye bo mu ti mu ye no mo dia na sad decision no so it was
justice Puaman there no
because I split a bit me as a ochina send your decision ko ye make us as sound because say no name no but na ba say fluid kakra nti say ne man kire say ese mo kire say wa wo gibi no wo kire say mu ye bo mu na the fact say mo aware no en kire say jointly acquired no no dey say jointly acquired no en kire say once is acquired during marriage say mo wa mu na mo to ya na mo ye ejapade no mo mienu na mo pay ejapade no
is here was what say you have to show
mo mienu na pay because e betima awarefo enso we penny there oba hwe na bia say be ma no ta ni di na da so oba no ta ni di na da so so mo mienu ta o mo mienu di na da so that eno say na be kire clearly say omo ti asekura no ana mo aware enu no omo kire say midie nie udie nie because ebu oba di na da so no toye ana be ma no touch oba no ni di ato so oba na touch be ma no ni di da so that the person any die no ono kwa ni di na da so do mo mienu person ye omo dia no omo mienu di na da so nti ultimi enkase say ena ni na eti
that's interesting for more Munim no case and a lawyer referred to I think Peter AJ versus Margaret AJ.
AJ versus AJ.
2021. It according to Puaman JS or say
according a Supreme Court decision.
Yeah.
Puaman JS no deliver.
Don't deliver. Okay.
Leave judgment no.
Article 22(3)(b) is the provision that governs cases of property distribution on divorce, and it does not say, quote, assets which are acquired during a marriage shall be distributed equitably between the spouses upon dissolution of the marriage, unquote. It is explicit in referring to properties jointly acquired, so the impression should never be created that it is the 1992 Constitution that says that property acquired during a marriage is joint property. If the framers of the Constitution had wanted to cover all property acquired in the course of a marriage, they would have said so expressly. It is a judicially created presumption, and as such, it is a rule of evidence only and does not confer substantive rights as the trial judge sought to imply. Being an evidential presumption, it is rebuttable by the spouse whose ostensible property is in question or any person challenging the presumption by adducing evidence to prove that the other spouse contributed nothing in the acquisition of the property. And also see Finn versus Finn and also say when sufficient evidence in rebuttal is introduced by the spouse, who is the ostensible owner of the property, or a party challenging the presumption, the evidential burden shifts onto the other spouse to also introduce any evidence of her contribution to the acquisition of the property.
Say why Japade no wudi mu. We say ukunu ana wo yire ne kapre ni mu a. Ono so na kan man ho kan so che se oboa.
Me kapre wo na all the evidence about.
Ha me so me modern boy me boy. They pay Japade.
Okay, that's the latest ruling. Yeah, Lorendo.
Kakranka the millennial colleague kan ye no. Say Osha the New Lands Act. Abano. And also reflects the position of the law as it was before a J and a J, PTJ. No.
Okay.
And sir, Emrano, HSS say, a Japade, a Japade, auto in the course of marriage.
Yes.
Is presumed to be jointly owned.
Okay.
Emphasis in the area say, Emrano,
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
Fan say, Mominu, Mudia. Enti say, Oko. What is a Japade no cry? Ekosi awa na de kwaye bibia.
Yes.
So be notice and say banks no be cry no. Just spousal consent. And sana one man loan. Wo de emphasis bia wo de dan. Wa wa na do dan na de bia Japade bia. Ekwaye esi awo wa.
Yes.
Omoje spousal consent. O he Lands Act na. Or say obe presume say Japade amoto ye no. Eye momi eni mu dia unless so what state deed no deed of conveyance no mu say Japade ameto we eye me nko media.
Okay.
So one any document no so by law it is considered as property jointly owned by the couple. You know, just to add say now the Supreme Court decision position is no longer it's now been codified as in the Lands Act as it is said. A Japade abeton war. A Japade abeton war ariemu. You fan say e momi enu mu dia until the contrary is shown. And in this case showing it on the face
of the document.
Okay. Then say bibi koba you go court then you go and say bia ne din wo mu no ana e o me interfan say bia be man the to won dim. Ono nkwa ne din no actually say this property I'm buying for myself. And maybe our regime or banner said Japade way no. I would do what say you even bought it for yourself no cry. Make I am this kind of man. Just even stating it there no cry no even be substantive enough to show say
it is a rebuttable presumption. So about it to me the proof but so no cry
but you say no there. So one for dinner and share so one for share so say wo time on there automatically it is seen as
mummy
no there.
Wow, hey, that's interesting. Yes.
On Lands Act now, and also crowd wedding they use no.
Yes.
A use jointly acquired during marriage. So near Justice Pauline Ekano. And different from
the other Land Act.
Use jointly acquired. Just that a could do baby and near say document now so and say we dear. Confirmance and dia nene ya fa ne say so wa ware dia o yire kan ho registrar no credit me do yire din kan ho if say yaman no sa to me no but asem ya ne e kan question ya e bai ye nim time kra o muja ya ware how many years na edi ana te say wo kan say oboa ye na wonu kunu no ye Japade na me fan say nka ye mumie no mu dia e bia mumie no na mo ye enye usika wo de ma ye nko a ana mramu ne anim sa warefo de eya ye mfa pen ne paper nto enioma aye ye ho enti wo ntimi nkofa receipt ma ana be ma na wu afa na wo beka so me na me yese e be ye unfair to be ma no oni ho enti na wo bi kan time amuja ware no unless obey e bia na wo krata bi e kire se one be ma ne dia ohun se wo ye will kra na Japade ya wo dia no ana nkwa na otimi de.
Na otimi de ma.
Se woni obi dia wo chefe wo mu no ana otimi de ma. Se woni wo yire dia nkwa wontimi mfa ni nyina enche e wo we mu.
Aje se wo yire na dia atum.
Ji se wo yire na dia atum ana wo de ne dia kan ho. Enti the same thing ana se wa anya will na se wuwu na se ye de mra na echa wo chefe wo mu de de eche. Enti bia na wo ba no e wo document bi e kire se e yo mu mienu dia dia fine ensa dia all kono dia no open no sisa ko ye dia aka ne dia
ebi nso a
can beneficiaries
ebetumi nso aba say ebia yenhwe kwan ebia waregya no efa so by this is how ebia wan ko gya ware kra wo court ebia ye fia ware na mo ko gya ware no be ma ne nsa ko yen no no ebi kra nipa na sa time no ba no obi a wanya obi ama na nkyere nsa waregya ye ba these are your rights as oba ama na sa time na nko court anko ka say dan we kra me ware wan san yesi kra bia meto anwea meto blocks me say ebia no onim ebia fe na ne ho ada no ho so but whatever be the case no na omadi kan aka no the burden will be on her so be show but in remember no obi una be kan semetia na ye no mienu
dead men don't talk nipa na uko asemo enti Ekosiisen so ne the free legal clinic and dey Abramo lawyer Susie meaning say or something brief episode chip in to the air can wasem sisi here
na meka crown say pardon the wood warrior esa wo hwe na aware bia womono bitimi gyan ne prepare
Asempa FM
enye ekwe ansana wo ba be ka aware nsem me kai ba ko bia me ye ni bia tem 20 years later after na mama na ba se bebeje media apana wu ko be 15 years
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM
uye bibia enyi inti omo mu da ware no omo hye no mo nya ware ne prepope na ajapade asem ne ho nsem ni na no maka ne prepo na asamasa.
Very well. We say good day Obi, I am Abubakar Sadiq a nurse. Please, I want to know, is it compulsory for one to join a nursing union? In nursing, we have two main unions: the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association and the UPNMA. I do not want to join any, but my colleagues are saying it is compulsory to join a union by our laws. Please educate me on it. Thank you. Lord Shumasi Ankara, and maybe you deal with this for us. A compulsory say we a nurse. Two unions, you also join me.
Obi start off no cry. BBR say the American ka wo. We check Labor Act no cry. It's against forcing an employee to join union. Okay. It's against it. And our constitution as well. It gives everyone the free will to decide if they join the association and answer on joining. Into no, won't mean shall be. Say a cool with a hokodom, but you have 1 man cool or non Gazat Nico on one member. And also, you have to recognize within a person's rights obey. And to know, say, yes, Shannon say, a so called joining and Sanawaye when you be a benefit. I say, a Juma no, you know, those are the benefits that comes with it. And no, they not say, I say, I go beyond what the law allows. But generally, no. Say if you are not a member, that's why we enjoy some benefits which is only exclusive to members. It has nothing to do with the employment now in there. Then there's no legal requirement and I say compulsion says so
join union.
Don't to mention.
And you know obit must stay 1 man law.
Law say cry say what GB but senior or drew on also to an association on
anyway, what it means is just a one join and say GRNMA for your end of year party. I won't
maybe I'm watching child there.
Unya Samsung management as well. I'm
okay.
And I thought,
yeah.
Because all kinds to say when there is negotiation for salary increases. Ediana and on for the watching. Because a association and a negotiate for its members. Its own means to say, Adiana Omakwe under their collective bargaining agreement, and also to the job.
Now, sir, and on the association based on the CB and the quiet negotiations are affected staff will be and is our staff member who can't union who won't count. You would benefit and I'm a
yes, CBA no. A bargaining certificate. The bargaining certificate no. and now or bargain with the employer. Say, yes. You might find out say in an organization there are 2 or 3 different unions.
Okay,
but
no bargaining certificates.
Oh no, negotiation
on behalf of workers now. Okay,
but worker because it counts with the office, not the association.
Okay, Laura Susie, is it clear, me Pacho? Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
But just to be sure, sir, there are certain things that not everybody would get.
Mm-hmm.
Some things will be limited to your association.
To association, that's true. That's true. That's true.
Okay. So, almost say, in your money do when it's because they only association.
Okay. Mate, Al Hassan Mohammed, ni dia ba no ewa, but very, very important. Also, Obi, and we Leopokwa J Obe handle we was Obi. I purchased an application form of the school, proceeded to submit my application online, and the school granted me admissions few weeks afterwards. I proceeded to lodge 3,000 Ghana out of 6,000 Ghana cedis into the school's bank account. Throughout the application and admission process, I was neither informed nor read anywhere that tuition fees are not refundable. After about 3 weeks into the academic year, I realized traveling from Kaswa to Cantonment every day was not sustainable because I get to campus late when my mates are even done with morning classes and having lunch. Hey. All attempts to get a hostel accommodation close to campus proved futile. I informed the school
On Asempa FM.
that I wanted to defer the program until next academic year, by which time I would have sorted out the accommodation issue. Till date, I have not been able to secure accommodation close to campus, unfortunately. From the foregoing, I have applied for just the tuition fees and not the application fee to be refunded, and the school is unwilling to do so. I have a strong feeling I'm entitled to the tuition fees of 3,000 Ghana cedis paid into the school account, especially when I was not informed that tuition fees are not refundable. Al Hassan Mohammed. Lawyer Opokweji.
Any kind of way, any feeling as so strong feeling and now weak feeling. A contract is shared among them. They all cut us, and then what the law will also presume to be the state between me. I don't know what tuition fee and application fee they also want you. I know the woman can say non-refundable. Into any kind of contracting in Kurawa. Into you the contract no ankasa echere application no okoye say tuition ye non refundable and also say friends application fee non refundable na asem o kan no so say do baby ono ankasa no wasan twetwe ono anenam say what starting school no 3 weeks na collectors ni bia na fa yenye ni prorata na yentin free mu na fa de aka man ho na say yenye ni say what we apply and fan say any contract in class refundable. Now apply we na starting school no. O se me na nko biem kra. No no. E to asumu kakra but I doubt to so class school bi be ma kwan say one kwa betumi abeju sika. I doubt to say be wo contract be ma ho kwan sa. Me gidi pass contract na be ka say e non refundable. But say contract na nkampo a. Na wa ko bi 3 weeks dia. Untimi nkam ba say makobi na mu
wa lock ne ho.
Wa lock ho ahim. Mon family and as a mon kind 3 weeks out of the semester and the aka mon family says mammy because mon mammy and the fair course no. I don't think say
it is Siciano. Siciano is the course on accommodation be close to campus. It is here on your day Ashiagu. Sikana
sorry no be sorry them. So be do school no mapon. So sorry them we do as no ma collectors. And yes ana so be tine fie dia. And obe kwata mo kwa dia this kana. What you sika. School no ankasa on ma kwa ma school. Obi in the classroom, any lectures time also, where the sape pepe. When a woman on Asempa FM, the entire woman so new school in fort. And yes, be as a school so a man or dying, and a one man or dying into me madia.
A different
school critics, a semi to Nema Aficha or Nema won't me school. Now, so to try one name, Now wo na wo te kaswa school no cantonments. Wo koto form ni na uni be ate. Uni be school no wo. Unim time wa ye be call lectures. Unim time ye be.
So we fi kaswa be do cantonment no mo call lunch.
One sorry them.
I'm sorry 3 o'clock.
One sorry
call lunch mean is it 12:1 no.
One sorry them. And yes adia. Uni sa no kra na men ko school no kra. No wa jusika ana wintu school no wa tuya bi. What starting
lectures ni be 3.
What mean san jusika. The fair no so there. School bia won nhihye. Okay. Ubetimi agina so there differ.
Okay.
Se nhihye no udemu amfa se udemu ene omka so mo ma undi fa na so mo chi odi ntira ene ma se uya ubetimi di fa yina no wa ye ni na pepepe so mo ma kwan ma undi fa enye sa so dia na unfortunately e ka do abo
the 3000 dey ase
en shi ye o sorry ntem wo ko school
when you 6000 ni nyina akra 3000 na wati ya won say asem ko kan utimi mo asem ye de Una uko ubeko school no na wo sa wo school no we he ne te he he na metena ko school no metimi adru hot time bay na se wo sa Mrs. Anna deferment kwa won start course enkodru finfin no aba be ka se obe defer even contract here ye kan ho asemi enye school ni bibia na obehu wo contract ni ebi wo policies mu enti wo so obisa some of these policies na wo kan na wo answer especially unim say me no me ye free baby I betwa kwan enti no enye school no nya wo hwe
obi wo kan wo LPMs ni bi wo se T's and C's apply
terms and conditions apply
baby as adete baby are terms and conditions so nti wan kan na se erewa na wa no aye
yeah okay there are so many questions ewa obi nso another marriage and property case aba na eno no mail no wa papa but the person is in the UK was say ye jimre ne yetimi ekan na lawyer for mpanyifo etimi eyi anoma yen there is also one here Ghana Railway Development Authority construction in Sensimbi ewa ha in the cases ni bebre obi so say asase or to asase and asase won say no de bebre na aba ye behwe ne yakoni nyina mu ba ye kan we na me enkan mo say on the 31st which is Friday that you me Samson Ladi anyenini eni ni nuanumi ka bom akwakoboa ye nuanomu a ewo efiase and ye sha say with the Kumasi Central prisons enti ye ginuane ye gisika unim say ene aban sika ye twa to say ye mfa ma ye nuanum ewo prison aduane 1 Ghana cedi 80 pesos and 1 Ghana cedi 80 pesos for the whole day enti breakfast wom lunch wom supper ewom. It is a uchemu miensa 60 pesos. In na 60 pesos na what the better day. 60 pesos insure sachet water ba 40 pesos. In the 60 pesos no and only the ye di feed ye nuanu prindi bronye wo se e mo sre kakra and Samson Ladi anye ni ese mo meka ne ho na onko prisons me pa chew se wo mo bia mo ye adoye papa boa yen yakoye moa sika no ye go so esre mo se wo bia fa boa yen va momo number ne 0593 038768 0593 038768 merchant name the multimedia group Joy Stasup Kitchen o send there yensa ebeka o neomas na episode be giant front desk bra Joy FM front desk ka nefa bra ebeja episode friend e ba be fanso a 0302 211 688 Ekosiisen On Asempa the free legal clinic and yeah the airbremu mama yentie we mra ye ba ye be call UK ni no question no eso and all the other questions
Asempa
ye we so be phone lines ama mo nso a mo antimi amfa message ama no my friend ye ba sisia
da wo so ne macho medi niwra ya na udi sa na malaria na fa hia mo to aware momoni agi sa no
adom malakio mesha ewo hoi malaria ent na yeso nchew
ye kwa ye test bi wo mu pe enyenum adom malakio mixture ani gina malaria body weakness yo tiredness yo hwim ye nyina ho atoye ntam kura na adom natural tonic a esisi ha yisu ye
adom natural tonic nso yenum to ya yentimi nidie eno na yanum bi edidi a ye ho tayen sa no
adom natural tonic menya ni na mentimi die menum bie bono me taisa mo ho ayefe pa ene ya mepe biato ne nyina apenfo abatan ya wo mo manufo ne nkwada wo ni fie dunsia nka ho e wo pharmacies chemical ne herbal shops dodo a ko dependable herbal home Medina New Road Greenhouse anane branch e waka so opposite there to International School 024-2223 555
FDA ahwehwe sa ejedien krato emu agye atum se eye
Franco Bronya Chedia promo. Franco Trading Enterprise Bronya we or running a special promotion. A Franco Bronya Chedia promo. Ghana habebia bia benya mobile phones papa. Mobile phone accessory. Ni home electronic appliances. Afibia say yo no. On Christmas promo no. Ashase. Every Monday 20th December. Kopim sa fibe ko na wie no. To iPhone, Samsung, Nokia, phone brand bia. And our smart TVs 32 to 55 inch. Tabletop fridges. Franco air conditioners. Every 1.5 horsepower to 2.5 horsepower. And now mobile phone accessory be a free Franco Trading Enterprise. Shopper, I want Ghana Fana baby. O to adia. No you bring a chedie. Frey 0246 422 338. And at 0555 939311. Download the Franco Trading app no to phone so free Google Play Store. And now log on to francotrading.com. Franco Trading Enterprise. Man Ghana for Gina Fishapa.
Charlie, if I get some 500 Ghana, see this guy, some profit and loss accounting balance, Anna. I want to see if I have enough cash for my dream TCL TV. Kwesi, what if I tell you TCL is giving you an early Christmas present with an unbelievable discount of 30%? My friend, stop the joke. It is true, Kwesi. From 1st November to 31st December 2021, TCL gives you 30% on all TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, soundbars, routers, modems, and phones. Meaning I can afford to buy my dream TCL TV this early. Bring your Visit any TCL showroom for this offer. Note, store.tclghana.com is the only online sales outlet for TCL. You can also call us on 0596 913 298 TCL.
Tyler Jumayefo biara ahụhụ ne say openye ni tile cement ho mfasoɔ. The same thing na tilers any adansifoɔ ɛkan fo Weberco tile cement abrebia. Wonim sɛ Weberco tile cement ekita global standard na ejumekuo Weber Ghana na ɛyɛ wɔ ɔman yi. Wonim sɛ Weberco tile cement yɛ soronko. Chemicals ne awɔnenu a ɛwɔ mu nti. Yɛn ho hia ne nsu a wɔde bɛka afra. Wo hia cement foforo bia bio. Wonim sɛ Weberco tile cement akyi ɛkyɛ na ɛmu nso twetan. Enti ɛba no ɛdan mu. Ɛdan ho ana abɔnten so tile ndia. Weberco tile cement ɛdan so na ne bo so nyɛ den kra. Yɛ total no yɛ ni ato ne prɛko dia. Na ye Weberco tile cement. Yo baby Ceramica, Interstyle Ceramics, Esojaman, Skyview, Marti, Atala, Tago, Koforidia, Cantamanto, Freyeng, 055 648 6342.
Weber, we care.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord. Who died yesterday? You
Kwame, I didn't mean you. I can roofing and a ceiling. Now, my contract announced to say, if any now and quite down rocksters, one so chromo pan, what Jane was saying. The contract and one Nimniako, Ghana had here a band of quality metal trusses, roofing sheets, plasterboard, and not POP in India. I am rocksters, and fear be brain in a rocksters. I did roofing sheet, Papa, and one can there as some Ghana for. And can I say, Animal dear in so a boy near the one in net Sundachi, Fred 0544 338041. Say a metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard, and a POP in India. Fred rocksters, no one chowing to me.
Hey, it's me pan and me kita Miami K. Ecobank, me damase.
Shy, cow than you. Oh, say Ecobank, yeah, cruising.
Once you bet me a cruise, you want us out cable. It's an Ecobank Auto Finance Package in T. Koyen cardless, I would PI no 1 year, Juma baby. Ye can't dawakumaso. Say a new car, say yes, second hand. Why your mouse special discounts. Ecobank side and she share public bob with your can who can you now. Your mount interest rate and it bow from cry. Ebe bring when so. Oh, so when your accounts work bank and money how cry. Sa when ye da homo bia. Entian so saka no daekeke. A bebwe. Preto free 0800 003 225. Anasa ko Ecobank in Krabata Bebia Nebusa Ecobank Auto Finance Package. It's a krawo. Ecobank, the Pan-African Bank.
Aha! Afraid if you done you your ultimate sports station, Asempa 94.7 FM. If you did piano, yes, switch it goes on for fraud. Can you want me and switch it? I am prep zone. The latest news around the world of sports. Weekend games, in-depth preview and analysis. Nayama will have betting odds for the weekend. And Nunisika Kukuno.
I love it. It's come money love. It's money love.
Show and show ni Prop Zone. Efie debia 7 to 9:30 p.m. Don't miss the show. Ne chensa uden takre no so. #Prop Zone.
That was so ne macho medi miwura. Ya na udi sa.
Asempa FM.
Malaria na fahia mutu aware momoni agi sa no.
Adom malakio mesha ewo hoi malaria ent na yeso nche.
Ye kwa ye test e biwo mu pe enyenum adom malakio mixer. Eni gina malaria body weakness yo tiredness yo hwim ye nyina ho atoye ntam kura. Na adom natural tonic a esisi ha yisu ye.
Adom natural tonic nenso. Ye num to ya ye ntimi nidie. Eno na yanum bi edidi a ye ho tan ye sa no.
Adom natural tonic. Minya ni na mentimi ni die menum bie bono me taisa mo ho aye fe pa enne ya mepe biato ni nyina apemfo abatan ya wo mo manufo ne kwada woni fie dunsia nka ho e wo pharmacies chemical and herbal shops dodo a ko dependable herbal home Medina New Road Greenhouse anane branch e waka so opposite Delta International School 024 2223 555
FDA ahwehwe sa ejedi enkrato mu agi atum se eye.
In this season of giving, sharing, and gratitude, we pause to appreciate you, the special people who made our journey joyful. We say a big thank you. From all of us here at the Multimedia Group and our families to your families, grateful hearts. Asida, Christ at work.
Into we are buying ba. This is your heading common. We know say our major challenge youth unemployment. In the Akasa youth unemployment, how do we solve it? You share the number of youth are you releasing every year onto the job market. A Bible to me afamu saying every year.
Ekosiisen On Asempa FM.
A Bible to me afamu 50,000. 150,000. How do we practically resolve that? We put all our best minds around the table.
Asempa FM.
And then ideas to be near CC. This is possible. It can be done. But yeah, Kasadu do you because
Asempa, Ubetin Asempa, Nya Upebiara, Asempa FM, Station Bakupe, Asempa, Uwo Fie, Asempa, Uwe Jumemu, Asempa, Baby Uwo Biara, Asempa FM, Asempa FM, 94.7,
94.7 Asempa FM. So ni Ekosiisen Dwumedie ena wasugu so awutie no me yana munyina ase se mokoso atie de mofidie no atoha na make us say ade a ye the free legal clinic and bremo part of our end of year programs are just to give back to more and throughout the year. Enim se mum bebre na anam wo emransem a ekire madwen kakra ene ye mamo kwan se momfa sa ansem ni nyina emra na lawyer fo ekukuda ma yensa ka won nyame adom e wo studio ha no enso atimi aboa yen wo sa kwan no
Ekosiisen On Asempa
lawyers yensa ene wo studio bakon e wo phone so on yen edin komo lawyer Veronica Frimpong or Mrs. Head Legal SIC Life Savings and Loans Limited, lawyer Julius Opokweje Opokweje and Company, private legal practitioner, and lawyer Raindorf Chumesi Ankra, Morrison Chumesi and Partners, on also a private legal practitioner. And this has been made possible through the initiative of lawyer Samson Ladi Anyanini, host of News File, Joy FM and Joy News. Mididio say Bunsu. This one says that Nana has your jury. I say good evening, Obi. Merry Christmas to all of you. Please, I want to find out if I have property unknown to my wife. Can it be included as property achieved with her? And are girlfriends partakers of properties? Nana has your jury. And on the way about. Wait a quick one. Ramin say Obafa and one say say property unknown to my wife. Can my wife be included as having helped in the achievement, as attainment or acquisition of that property? And a girlfriend, paramour, girlfriends and so you partakers
on Asempa
starting from last one.
Okay.
Girlfriends and count. Oh, be now person ye my girlfriend na ye mano na say uwu mu no ye charge apade no a onka ho. Say one no oba de a akola no e kan akola no ye oba.
Okay.
That is as simple as it
That's
is.
the law. Okay.
Now ka say property a why unknown to your wife no. Na no ehin ne be kan sa property no say awareja ye mu ana wuwu akiri because say ye ni mu e be den aka kan ojapade ho. First of all, it must be known to your wife or your estate. And sana ye kase japade we eye obi dia. Na se ye ni mu a intimi kan obi ejapade ho ada se ba wareja ye mu ana se wuwu akiri no nti ye emfa se wawu ene ye kwa akogye lessons administration. Ye wo inventory no emfa kan because ye ni why we know we mu dey na say it is known now, it is known to us. Ebia in your acquiring the property no dey ni ye ni mu a e wo will mu dey now we know.
Okay.
Say eba our rija ye so say we dey see ye na ye ni mu a see ntimi nje. Now if we find out our rija ye ni mu dey it is a property acquired during the marriage. So now we will show say bia or bad I will say bad one to cement one ye now so ma obi ma da ye ma osun do wan sa na wo su ye adwuma ni skan dey si dan no if you are looking at the law no sa na mna na bi obehwe no we share the last case I can J versus a J no no okay you acquired it in your name only internet say won kwa wo dia but if you can be shown say wo di sie no say wo defraud no
no cry what say
wo di sie no say wo defraud no because e bia na enye won kwa wa ho den na wo de Asempa if say bia mo bu so mumie no most na wo iPhone sika ni bi na de akwaja pade na de sia wo se miri nim ho hwe nti me dia it doesn't work that way.
Wow, it is an your jury. That is the answer for you. It oh yeah, now when you abotre. Wow, who Augustins, St. Augustins?
I'm absolutely 88.
Oh, okay. And you say Obi, please greet lawyer Opokwe J, proud Augusco student, and Nipan so the Abba Apsu 88. Okay. Let me see. There are still some other questions, but go back to okay. Let me do this and then we come back to the emails now. Obi, please ask the lawyers what the position of the law is on landed property acquired by one party before going into the marriage, such that in the event of a divorce, can the other party who didn't contribute have a stake in that property? Or I would say before going into the marriage there.
Oh, yeah, you Hanamo. Oh, obetumi ato asase. Asa na waware. Document no wudi mu obi. So e bi edan na ye won klara usiye. Nti ehwe ni ye.
Edan ya musi wa asase
no so no. Nti e bi apepese no wudi mu because o to ya asa na o ko ware. Na mo ware wie na japade amoye wo so no. Hwan na ye. Nti e betumi transcend from property acquired before the marriage into property acquired during the marriage.
Okay, that's fair. Alex Martinson, that's the answer for you. Thank you so much. After young call back to your emails and yes, our questions now about would make us digress. UK case, no yeah. Quite lengthy, but I mean, Mintimi and kind of say, Ebeboa Nipa Bebrina 80 and area. Or say, I hope this message finds you well. My father, who was domiciled in the UK, passed away in the UK. Before he passed away, he met a lady in the UK. And according to some family members in Ghana, my father sent some people to the lady's family to marry her by proxy, and in the absence of the parties to the marriage, no legal documents were executed subsequently, either in Ghana or elsewhere in the UK. Despite both parties being legal resident in the UK and could have traveled to Ghana and also had the mental capacity to have some documents signed at the registry here in the UK. I perfectly understand that customary marriages are legal in Ghana, but I'm not sure of its legality if both parties were absent. They never lived in the same household either in Ghana or in the UK. They never had any kids together. Since the death of my father a few years ago, the lady has gone ahead to get statutory declaration in Ghana executed by her brother in Ghana and a family friend of my late father in Ghana, claiming to be the head of my father's family, which is not true, because we know the family head and the family members in Ghana and in the UK. The statutory declaration she obtained from Ghana postdated a month after my father's death, while his body was still in the morgue in the UK, awaiting repatriation to Ghana for interment in his hometown. My late father had 3 kids from 2 previous marriages, and we, the eldest 2 children, funded all the costs associated with the funeral, including paying of bails, repatriation costs, undertaker's fee in the UK, and the deficit of about 18,000 Ghana cedis the family members claim to have incurred after all donations have been deducted. In fact, I took my father's remains to Ghana and paid all the costs and have evidence of same and witnesses. Now, the issue is that this lady never paid any of the funeral cost or debt. She connived with the only surviving sister of 4 blood of my late father so she can do the kuna rites. My late father never saw eye to eye with this said sister in Ghana, and he came a couple of years before his demise to warn the family and that sister that he does not want her near his remains if he passes on. Once again, the family members are aware of this, and the queen of his hometown is also aware of that. During the funeral, I and my big brother, who brought our father's remains to Ghana, were treated poorly by this sister of mine, of my late father, and her older kids in Ghana. Nonetheless, we did everything we were supposed to do to give my late father a befitting burial per his wishes when he was alive. The lady returned to UK immediately after the funeral, forced the doors to my late father's house in the UK open, and made off all his personal stuff, including his boxer shorts. There was a tenant in the house who rang me in Ghana to inform me about what the lady had done. She has since been using the statutory declaration she obtained from Ghana to take away all my father's properties in the UK. Despite losing a court case she instituted in the UK and was asked to pay hefty costs, which she couldn't pay, she has started another procedure in Ghana to claim my father's property in Ghana. To cut everything short, lawyer, who follow there? To cut everything short, my father died intestate. All the properties the lady is trying to lay her hand on were acquired decades before she even set an eye on my late father. My father never had any other property after meeting this lady in April 2010. I've read bits and pieces that by the laws of Ghana, properties acquired before marriage is not part of the properties of the marriage. We, the kids, and some family members of my late father know that the woman is not my father's wife, and that just before my father passed away, he discovered and told us that he seen some document which showed that the lady's previous marriage was by ordinance in Ghana in the early 1990s, and indeed, the lady is still using that husband's name till date as the official surname. But we don't know how to go around having extracts from that marriage register in Ghana, because she told my dad when he discovered that they were in the process of dissolving the court marriage, and that never happened before my dad passed away. In fact, it will surprise you to know that the lady is even a pastor in a tiny church branch in the UK, which belongs to a spiritual mother and the owner of the main church in Ghana, Accra. That husband of her was even the one who brought her to the UK, but the man later got deported to Ghana in 2002, thereabout, after serving a time in prison. She had 4 kids with the man. My dad made it clear that his properties are for his kids, and the woman is even aware of it. He wanted the writ. Okay, he wanted to write his will after a meeting with us prior to his death, where he reiterated his position on his properties and the lady sat in that meeting. He wanted to get to Ghana and write as well to confirm what he has told us orally, as he was due for retirement and wanted to retire in Ghana permanently. But unfortunately, he died 3 months before he was able to come and stay in Ghana. I used my own money and took loans since 2012 to renovate his only house in Ghana, as he asked me to do, and that he would give me back the monies when he gets his pension, and add that after all, the house is for me and my elder brother. The lady knows about this arrangement, and my father also told his close relatives and friends, including the queen of his hometown. They all bear witness to everything I've said and ready to support me on this. In the light of the fact that the property she is trying to lay her hands on were acquired decades before she met my dad, and my dad died intestate, do I have the legal right to stop her from getting even a part of those properties in Ghana? They've never lived in my dad's house in Ghana before, except for one holiday in 2015, which was the first time she even saw that house of my dad, and the lady was there just about 3 weeks. Do I have a case to stop her from laying hands on the properties acquired before they met, if I have evidence and witnesses to attest to same, and any legal authorities on that, given that those properties were not jointly acquired? If no legal determination on such a case yet, do we have to go to the Supreme Court for further interpretation of that article? I think it's either Article 22 of the Ghana Constitution, I am told. I'm drained money-wise, and I need help with clear legal advice before I throw money away, please. I thank you in advance and will appreciate your response, please. Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year in advance. Nana, and I do we Abba. Wow. Wow.
Any kind of
wow.
What tested me memory pa? What can we now? I'm enjoying what cook. Some kind of answer.
Wow. Identify 5 issues from what you said.
5 issues.
I mean, for me,
let's look at first of all. Let's start from the beginning. Ghana, so worry customarily. At least I can farm memory. The parties don't have to be present.
To proxy marriage.
To proxy marriage is perfectly acceptable. Now, what is Ghana Hanamu? Now, I'm running to more. We are seeing baby, I'll be piano, so you to some worry. Tisamuti UK, no, the family. Since you are connected to Ghana and you chose to come and marry in Ghana, some more UK, Honor, one Bahano, one Bewarino, but a Busiami, no, it's not a senior, share ya warrior, no, a perfect legal marriage.
Okay.
So worry under the ordinance. Na say consummation ama aware no nye complete. Na say we go say me kai o say oba no crowd no papa ne na nye hweda. Say amamre and obede hu de obede hu. Na amamre mu kura no so de ne ye hwio. O de na nye hwio. Once aware no enye ordinance aware na ye amamre aware no. It is recognized as a marriage.
Okay.
There ye troublesome hanu say o say oba na aware. That's our any yengu no. What she did was bigamy. It is up our says no correct. Say our any yengu ye and our sabe worry papa with dia. Na our only papa we worry no so e invalid. And no say one worry no. Our be any hono.
Okay.
Other thing concern me colleagues say our papa dia. A dying baako aye matrimonial home no. So utono ansana wo wari o so wari we ansana wuto matrimonial home na when ya well no lo wan say wu a matrimonial home no ekọ o spouse say we yire o wukunu ene wo ma ho so contribute to ye so one contribute to so wo to ye ansana o wari no say there o matrimonial home no under law one no there ekọ spouse and children ho it's in the contribution no, it's not even looked at so contribute to ya and you bet your contribution free. Now the akano surviving spouse in Colano Ache.
Okay. In the meaning, say the what kinds of ejina the fact say it should be established say marriage near valid. That is if our rebel was properly dissolved. Not just some marriage by proxy with ne papa no valid marriage. A valid matrimonial home no. Sama me betimi a lake.
If that is the matrimonial home under Ghana law, and mama no and papa no man in there.
Na dan wo UK na yes wo akobu ani asa box shorts na.
See, the question is, papa omo matrimonial home any day.
Okay.
And wrong. If you are that thing.
Okay.
Or that 100. The a matrimonial home no. And you be an amote. And I'm not so catches say nipa no die more than one. So having spouse in man no be chere say when you person finance matrimonial home. In inverted commerce.
That's Lord Chuma say me name who issues na fe memra.
But all kind of me who say one the legality of now kind of the marriage between a brand and a papa and mama no.
Yes.
And as na me colleague can you don't say when you establish here because then that bibia fapem no say obenya share or property no say onya share or property ni na agina
aware no so aware no
valid now can be say na divorce proceedings cost but the information say o man but at least from one information we who say na maame no aware obi nipa na deport na bagana maame na yesofo asori bi into no where they are wait me up obi investigative private amana yes searches amana obenya concrete evidence to show say ampa
aware ne omumui
so munya sa na kire say ampa proceeding na amma to an end na na me colleague kan no there was no marriage between the papa and the maame nti ho na ne dadwe ne tu ne how ne na twetwa na say na a marriage woman mpempi na ya me who or shall in the message in the confusion or confuse first article 22 a divorce property settlement and a divorce and a property settlement in the case of death or confuse too no say me ba say me wo wiase nyina kra na say me nyane nyina ansa na me worry na say me wu a by virtue of death no my wife eka beneficiaries of my estate no nti obenya bi even though one contributor be a pin but say jai warrior honombra na different it's more on confuse me no and o sanso can be say tell na papa ti ase no o ka kire ohima bi ni mpavu obre so say the dan bi a che oni ni nua say eno no wo ha na no che say bi a friend of mram gift interview was gift in the course of the man's life this obetimi I show say ampa no kware ni no say particular dan way ne papa e de che oni ni asa dance for o ma be dia dance a eno no so be ye free papa no estate m say the japade e say ye che no ye fan kan because o ti ase no de ache nti eno no na nsam na dogs be bre
gift no so ye expanding the kaka ye wo kwan mi nu so a ye de ma gift ye wo say obeye boni deed of gift krata ato so now o de ache no eno da nchen na mamrem so ye wo kwan ye de ma eno no wo mo a ka wu a ejapade no be ko ho no ese wo ti ase no bo ma na ese ejapade we me de ama asomasi na asomasi no obeda ase anipa adasefo wo se wabeda ase nti so ka so de ama no kra na se aseda no anko enye gift no complete na se give deed of gift so na so na je se o kan ye enso enimu
enwie pe ana o se ni o si kan no kra no enya se ba o se papa ne se mi wu a ebeba mo ho which means say enya intervivors because se mi wu a wonya ka se mi wu dia testamentary issue
and will
fausika eye na metua na mentimenti akra no anyway say wa bobusia wo wa man loan na o de aye dan no
eno no kwakoye se mi wu a no eno kwakoye se the friend no samansew but customer was samansew eno no say under custom no say wills which are not written
of course
a friend no in English we often dying declaration
yes
dying bed declarations but no cry no conditions wo ho a as o be establish
yes
time ben na nipa na yes a statement no or yeah no mbedu so the buyers na obewu they be check ni nyina dia enti no ni case no there ade a so pe solutions part there say okohu lawyer because had na o ma fax ni nyina
and ansem no so
dos on say o kan bibi say o mbe ye statutory declaration obi wu na japade onje letters of administration and probate emfa on sanka emremu no a criminal offense yemfa enti say I am pass oba no eba beje ebe ye statutory declaration bi ma papa na danfo bi ye na odi try so odi no be share na even property no kra wakọ ho na o sisa na o ye say ni nyina a criminal offense enti first thing is say on the kind crown report no not to send your can so benya investigator amana share yini mo amano na wenya concrete evidence as at the time of somebody now wire back on ho no so ye bigamy e no so obeka ho asem ansana say enu si ye dia o ordinance marriage untimi contract customary marriage into sa marriage no e was so my setting as any papa avoid
in the no meaning say because no ka say maame no na warrior back no or ne papa ne won kwala fo omo processes to divorce no egu so but no information say omo en divorce anwie eno no so I don't know me name say ordinance and I say customary but let's even assume I'll say I know your ordinance maame ne papa back na your ordinance say no na customary
it doesn't matter also
na san ko kwan to betima ware
the custom no ban timi ware so ban na ware never be no
e me man timi ware me
na ye dia ye friend cause wo kunu no kura no san ko fa be ma foforo a ni kunu no timi je be ma no
yeah that's true
enti won timi nya sa ne man na dodo na wo ne de e emfa ho ana wo kan bibi nso so yeah, friend is say she mentioned something else about the number of children and she brought in certain issues.
I'm so no
you papa nidi or so you papa nidi timi jaya warrior now you ukunu dada nidi and say offending
abra wa ware foforo no now that's you ukunu dada nidi
oh yes
edi no anya ebe ma no ware no wa fadi na to ho so there's a case akokota be man de oba nkoko so de gaware nti ontimi usu ni dimbio court ne se da bi edi de wa fa na odi usu a ware nu gwa no nche se edi no onya usu
oh okay
anti the fact is oda ho friend ho Mrs. hwan no a no enu agyae no eno nche se unu ngyae ye wo ma a wo makware mu a wo magya bebre titiro mo nsan ware bi no a on person be se akonsan nkra atenti na edi no akwa ware mu no ode ni kundin bia be ma de ode to no so no oda ho yusu ma bebre o no sa eno nkire se oda ne be ma no e wo
okay
ma me fa di ntwem shortly sa ade na ya sometimes bia ma ne bi cry say o wire na se na din no enye emrem no enye se was there's no law e show say kofa okunu din into ko say din emrem no wo na was say odin keke o nti emrem no was say odin keke na was say nti no so wan say anko through sa process na say odin a the law no dey say e fro e bia
odin a ye fro
no
no so edin say so about there's something going on now me say na adwo ba so
me about name change no and yes some kind of a validation to the marriage
no name change no so usis enema bebre na betima wa sesa odin oba wa ware wa kofa ukunu din ato wo so ukra certificate it doesn't change your name. You must go through the proper name change. I'll be gazette. And say why what's that you know? Baby no the bad newspaper. My friend Adwa Mansa. Say friend Mrs. Adwa Mansa. Why? You know you haven't changed your name.
Okay.
I just work all the certificate in the account because sounding you said you certificate copy account why declaration account all the assembly press government gazette yama and sign and name change
effective and a man so I be free say o waro na so nsesan ni din a just aware ni ndin mu no
enye obi o bi ani kunu emema ni bi wo ho a ofili se ebi e wo se de yire no fa ni din ebi mu sha omo yire mu mo yesa eno ye wo mo ankasa omo ntem arrangement but emran hye wo se
obema be hye ne yire se won fa ni din because o pese obi a hu se me yire ni ebi oba no so no Mrs. no a be da no so no ye ne fe nti o pese o de ne kunu din eto no so ni fie obi akọware o ye Mrs. Aden na wonko a wonye but ineno e ma bebe ho no mo ware a onu ni din a ne papa de ma no eno de nam eno nche so ware ne change ne
o solid send name da won be ma no de bia make case papa ye obi titru e mo di mu chen won ba ko fa wodi
mostly na man for air join it into oba ne send him my compounding no eno dey akati akro because o papa ne kofo a you don't want to lose the kofo brand name very solid we and messages are $100 emails on the let's deal with this one now you make it you be phone lines as well we say Obi thank you for this opportunity. My issue has to do with the Ghana Railway Development Authority construction of the Tema in Pakadan Railway. Our building has been affected by the construction exercise. It has developed cracks due to the construction because the construction is less than 2 meters away from our building. We have written several letters to the Ghana Railway Development Authority and then AFCONS, the contractor, but to no avail. About 4 teams visiting to do assessment. A valuer was also sent. No form of communication from them. You call and they tell you that they will call you back, and that's it. My parents are 70 plus, living there alone. Grandchildren relocated because of the depth of the construction and place not properly barricaded. Please, what do you advise? Veronica.
On Asempa FM.
Answer now, answer. So no disclaimer or hanomo. We say no meet me ever man no granting, even though we be a disclaimer because we represented some clients here.
Okay.
We are in court against some aspects of railway and port development. We no meet me for man no.
Very well. La Veronica.
Me dem ni clients be out. Oh, say aban be fast.
Yeah, microphone in the castle room, mommy. Aha. Good.
Say aban be fast as dia ye bibia. Oh, say krom ha no ensa say ya hemfo any ebusua any individuals dia. Ti ya na mpempi aban ne ntai ni asase bi eda ho dada no so obefa dia ye. Enti wo be project na wo hia asase no. Or the oshebeto so afa wasase. Na emra enso so ewo ho kwan ayefa so ayeye no. Obe publish EI. Schedule ebe ka ho ye beye ho plan ni bibia nti ebe hu asase dodo a efa. We hu kwan a sade na be affect wo wasase to what extent it affects your land. Now wasase dodo a afa no. Enam sa aban ahye wo afa asase ni nti e wo sa aban pata wo. Senya asase no kodwa so anka obeto no ehu sika ye betu ya ma. Se wo fa professional or so represent obi, wo fa lawyer na wo fa value a oye onu so di sika no aban betu ya ma no. What you say? Enti no once a oma fa asase say senya o kan minim se acquisition na omo ye no na asase no etoma.
Ono se omo dan ye 2 meters away. Or say our building has been affected by the construction exercise. It has developed cracks due to the construction because the construction is less than 2 meters away from our building.
The construction could be 2 meters away, but the acquisition could be wider. Ebetimi aba say nti bia omo checking hwe say omo dan the acquisition ni mu ana ento acquisition.
Okay.
Empo say ento acquisition ni mu na say acquisition ni such that ebema wo dan no untimi ntine mu a e wo say sanya we aban asi aye no no utine mu a enyeye ifa na obefa no watu awuka. In the meantime no inconvenience or say dan na crack ebetimi abu at any time. There should be arrangement to find alternative accommodation for them because osem kwale wo hokra free ho akokra ne abrewa nete ho bibi ba sese ya kwan on befa so ombedwane kra problem ose values aba so I'm thinking say omujutum say asase no atop ba bia ebia wo sa aban pata omunti omo behwe ebia kwan a omo fa so no ene nkontem enti so obepe lawyer amana tro na omahu say enibre abamu a omo tro di eche na omo hu say still enkode a yewo ubetia attorney general and I so say ye abesend na court.
Okay.
Okay. Who serve us a notice na that then you proceed.
My lawyer
yes say ebia ombetro lawyer abetro ebia no mo anetro bia lawyer betro a ebema oma akontem but say ochro na nkontem a obeto aso akobia wo se odo omukọ court na omuhu senior ni brave because obeye application say okokota ultimately compensation na ope but in the meantime no they may have to move them to a different location. Nti ni nyina omo behwe ahyehye hu
related to that ni we nso e no nso fa asaso and maybe Twemesi anase lawyer Opokweje can handle that for us. We say Obi, I am from Cape Coast. I purchased a land from a man in 2019. After doing a search at the Land Commission, he forged signatures of the family here and other witnesses, which I later came to discover after attempting to register the land. I tried to settle the matter between us by demanding a refund of my money, but he has been eluding me since. Please, I want to know, can a criminal case be opened against him? What about if he pays the money? By law, is it still a criminal case? Daniel, Esiedu Jima, and on the way Abba. But there's only a fact, no.
As I say, and a Nipa forge.
It was your two assassin, no. Nipa forge signatures of the family head and other witnesses. Later, acquire a search na Uhuye, and when he attempted to register the land, no, it came up say and Gophobia registered, but later who say signatures in a fake. They say our tries our best to turn behind the scenes. Now you refund at the amano, but every effort to prove futile. Also, bet me institute criminal action and na say eba say eventually mutu any sikanema na still a criminal we know that for her na.
Okay, so I mean minimum quite fast so or conclude say forgery, but me say be say ma to abeton phone yam say media.
Yes.
Me buy me represented to you say media na me ankasa na masan. Na later akona ko say obi dia.
Ekosiisen
the signature na say man try say me forge obi signature me abi signature na masan so and the only thing nka say forgery.
Yes.
Ebi am defraud but man forge obi because me dey anya me dey na amount and ebi am ton kono dey na amount nti eno dey me come fast conclude say forgery about
forge.
But say ebusia panyin no nipa no forge ebusia panyin ni signature.
Or say
he found out that the man
I purchased a land from a man in 2019 after doing a search and you are a search at Land Commission and or assassin. Or say he forged signatures of the family head and other witnesses, which I later came to discover after attempting to register the land.
So he saw that the signatures have been forged. When he attempted, so which means
attempted to register.
So if he has concrete documentation, everything show that he should report to the police. And a crime is a crime. So even if he's repaid his money, it doesn't change the fact that at that material point in time, a crime was committed. Into the payment, will not take away the fact that a crime was committed because we share criminal procedure and acted in import. In some cases, no crime.
Asempa FM.
A court no to me say in case of stealing as for a court ne ejeli ni pano ko sign or dani pano says cannot crown sign for my back. It doesn't change anything. But the crime has been committed. And you cannot make for it. You cannot make up for it. And again, so crime has no expiry date.
Any expiry date. In any time, we wait to come back. Inti say who tie me aminu ya otro asasu Cape Coast. Advice no and
Ana Obi.
First we on your day, not also on your day.
So
on Friday out say
complaint with the police.
To the police. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Ana Obi won say eye nyoma mienu. Boni bi wo ho a wo ya wa ya tie unua ne nko a. Boni bi wo ho a wo ya wa ya tie o man ni nyina. Or report to my police forgery into no report any fraud no.
Any fraud no.
Send your be ya, send your kan ye no. Unkotu asika no na bia ye nja because boni bi wo ho ye jawa. We I say bi anya ono kwa no dia obeto aso dia ya nti say be ya obetwa so a onye sa nyoma no ana obi nso tenchen a wonye bi nti mra betwe na so ana ye wo se ono enam se watua ni sika ma nipa kro no nti ono betimi de nipa na court e de akwaji ni sika eno ye civil one no se okoye report ni ma police or your complainant or be witness keke na ma police police no na eye ni bibia but se wo de nipa ne court dia contract and agreement on nipa ne ye ya wutu asika no eno na wahu se ni oye was wrong enti uji usika na wako e bia wo be san age kra age damages ni ade enti options no
that can be fought on two fronts. Okay, we say, and this is a very very important nipa ne so person ye anonymous. I say please keep my name safe. I work with a public institution. The institution is currently embarking on a voluntary exit program, and management has the right to accept or decline the request by interested staff. Is it lawful to decline request to a voluntary exit program? If yes, what is the legal backing to this? Thank you, a worried Ghanaian. The
voluntary
exit program.
Say DNH say voluntary. Adwuma no ntimi nhyew. And also ntimi nka se chen amwa me ko ejina me fa ne se enye dem mum de but e be gina value a edwuma no ho wo ho edwuma no bi o mo aye no o ma ye nhyehyeye e be say wonya be 10 years ansa na watimi akọ is criteria no e be a wodem but there's no way edwuma be say once you fall within the criteria no what the application by be so mo de o mo hwe okay wo yate e be mo akọ e ma wonko e be mo akọ e ma wonko enyo bia na o de so ka
o meji
wo resign keke accordia that is a different matter but so ojo mo package you know now accordia they also have a discretion whether or not to accept
or not
request no package dey da ho wa open no bra be yes ye share da ho ni yes ye be will we accept for A, will we accept for B, will we accept for C.
Usually, the management into Rebia, some back as a request for voluntary exit. The young into
na J Omoya and such that they bound themselves to say, and I don't see why a management would do that. Some years are mistaken, they are no more massive. But 1 year is hard, the management has a discretion whether or not to accept
or request.
There's a invitation to treat it. It's over offer to take your package and then go. Management, okay, Yajatum, Yenako, and I engine to. That is how it usually is.
What Nepal the message now? Ankano, one can also a public institution.
Yes.
Okay. For public institution, they are then. I mean, they have public institution. No crown. The difficulty is that they can't cast a public institution before you are asked to go. There should be cost. And then, if you are more sure, say willingly come and then leave. Name more package nako. In the absence of that, but you shouldn't forget that there are public institutions that are also private companies.
Yes.
Once they are private companies, the private law will apply. If it's a private company, then as I make earlier, the requirement said they can sack you at any time. Is there? They can just sack you and pay you whatever period notice period and then that will be it. You exit. Into a being so assess not package and problem or crown or by voluntary, but have been way better done. Package Albania say but if it's public, then I don't acquire nyakakra because public the constitution emphatically says there should be cost before you can sack someone from the public service.
But voluntary exits, will it be tantamount to sacking?
No, say enuntina. Maybe a company wants to let go people.
Yes.
But because in the public service, you have to show cause. There's no cause to do that. And any person there's no just cause for the person to leave. We are willingly inviting you to come near my package so that you can exit. So that is why they've taken that. Maybe I need to know position.
Okay. Laura Susie
on Asempa FM.
Hello, Laura Susie. Okay, I think she's off. But we say 2 years. My employer terminated my employment, and I was not given any compensation. Just got an email telling me my appointment has been terminated. Can I take them on, and where do I go? Samuel Ewotema. Was it 2 years? My employer terminated my employment, and I was not given any compensation. Okay, they just sent me an email, said my appointment has been terminated. That's all. Yeah, I'm on the compensation.
Okay.
Well, I think that's the
2 years. No, is it 2 years ago that the appointment was terminated? Or she's
I should think it's about 2 years ago. I think it's about 2 years ago. And man, compensation be a you say nyama mail say ya pamo no ko.
Well, that's na Erika kan wa ha no. Employment na ya adwuma mumra no nhyehyɛ a ɔde ba adwuma no regulate. Nti onko fa nhyehyɛ a ɔde ba ya. Na ne de be obetumi de atu for okay, na nke so wo ma
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
Oh right, so it me try na ɔde wa de. But there's who say 2 years ni. I dey be anko for refini say. Your right to so your right in law is regulated also by time.
Absolutely.
Into the say people say assembly tour and random man can say be within in few minutes. One year ho hwe a all right no ye je fini sem. Ebi o ha 6, ebi o ha 12. Wait, I think they were 3 years or so.
Yeah.
3 years. What the last 2 years? I can't 1 year. Ain't I don't know how be a right no be no crown. Maybe finish that.
Delay defeat equity.
And maybe there's no justice in Ghana.
Yeah.
Justice war.
Yeah.
And the compensation now what can send your kind no. Ne kra no. Labor Act ne beka se bia wo yo bi etu aka bosome abeka se yama would notice bosome.
Yes.
Ana se yentu abosome sika ne kra. Enti ono si yentu an compensation ye send ni email one chem e bi kra na ye send ni email no with 1 month notice.
Exactly.
Say yama usa 1 month notice na yentu ya usika bia anka ho.
And the companies go come send notice na no send the amount will leave.
Okay.
Today is our satisfied period and run no major.
And as our will leave now, so I want man do betu yawoka.
But so will leave. Leave no can.
After that,
no.
No compensation to be any.
Rent of chire we say you need ya paso kakra. Eye public institution no say ubeja no kwan with course. And I be terminated with course. And I private. And so one chire say the type of employment no.
Okay. Okay, that's also a very important information. I was say it to me about that's where we are. And what I want to do is say you may be a phone lines no at two and half more mutie no. Maybe our question be maybe a intimini and normal lines however 0302 216 and a 0302 216 546. My issue is with light bill in a compound house where the landlord has done an illegal connection. In situations like these, who is at fault? The tenant or the landlord?
Providing
the answer was the landlord na illegal connection.
Landlord I offer report if you run no problem. But I know that the best thing to do if you say who so be a committed crime. Illegal connection now in a criminal offense. So I committed crime. One can report it. I'm a man be investigating and who say, oh, yampa, ne yampa. Ye ba, once you back and work.
And that's a bit me anonymous tip.
Yeah. Easy important. I can report here. No almost say charge nipana who almost 6%.
Okay.
Who almost 6% from the surcharge win. Yeah. And or say. The tenant can move out anytime, so who would pay for the light he used?
Nipona didn't
yeah, no, the wow didn't meet as a owner your customer to ECJ. But oh yeah, no dear. If you run a car, ebeda so. In frame, NTO 0302 216 545 0302 216 546. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Me ba to hwani e na wo kasa free hin.
If I'm Benjamin me kasa free worship.
Benjamin me entie we asema wa pesa wo di twia.
Yo, my question am pesa be say oti asena say oya wela. E wo say o yire we na wo ye no ana. Na if not e bia wa ye we no di asie na wawu wie no okofa. Na say japade bi ho na no yire na ye na wo di ate obi a. Is it possible? I will need more.
See, one is to be say why a whale no?
Okay.
Now we're in your way. And a Japadia day.
And a Japadia no one I will better be a Japadi be of our in a year. And I would be a movie. Like what the actual will be. There will be no more 5 now the Japadia natural. I will not swim more. To more now.
That be when they were so best. But the matter lawyers know how much you be no why.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it, papa. Ma, yem funny papa from 0302 216 545 0302 216 546. Na yenti unso. Good evening.
Good evening.
Me ba cho hwani.
I'm Pato Eric here.
Eric kasa free.
Me kasa free Sintas Road.
Eric etio.
Me pato mission case ni say on police asas me wo DVLA airport one no going to leave. For one Mr. Beche Chamfo bi dia. And ama koton ama broni the Swiss group company.
Me bacho. Be ye din free why me bobo din because ye ntimi verify baby I think do there wait ma kawasam without mentioning names. Why?
Okay.
Asempa FM.
Oh, you should be as an agent. And I'm a cotton assassin in Maobi. Almost $4.5 million. Nipani to be which is 7.5. On the agreement.
Ghana here.
Ghana here.
And Nipani to assassin. What is $7.5 million?
Yes.
Hey, okay.
So, me say, assassin on Nipana and 7.5 or $24.5 million. Now I'm saying, yes, what they for me 2% now kind no mommy. Say the police for assassination, only police for net me up, and the police in real rami. Or much me momu say a Juman Maye, Papa Nibe Chamecano, or Moya corner back, and Papa did 1.2 million, which is 1.2 billion. I could police for no. And on that channel, going into the Chemical, I call to go in Chamical percentage, mammy no, or Moya net or China and net or China Sabesine 2 months after 3 months, Mully.
Maybe not just a what you ready or say room as agent one farmer. Now, Brunino, we are then a Brunino. Or the number of no. And now, oh, GB Benini, the Anawaji Brunini,
aha, commissioner of the mammy, no. Almost 7 no munya says and Tomuncia.
It is a way of calculation. Commissioner was about on a bear saying.
Make calculation, or some mammy $180,000.
Asempa FM.
Each.
Which is almost getting to 14 billion. No, almost I mean, no, China, police idea contest to do. Only a more coin to sa principal agency arrangement. No, most time, what do you paper? So, yeah, there's two papers. No, catch them so a penny or Ghana, no, brow, word, you know, or you know, on sign agreement, but me taking it by its way. I'm a document now. Me phone say
document assassin.
Assassin document. The on the phone so all videos, no pictures on the.
Now the agreement say obey 2% amount here then. And they won't need document be
and the one also on own 5%. Now 5% but own chia nice so it will be 2% pay and no be chia. Ya nanti almost getting to a year.
Yeah.
So they said the crowd here, or no, the matons are also almost going to $400,000. Between a court, I'm the local Canadian court. I'm a Canadian court, judge, OGA. The lawyer and class from movement Canada as soon as possible. Between the no time, the lawyer, my friend, or I'm no time because the guy involved, no. That's a corner or no sooner or say, yeah.
Okay, what do you cause? Lawyer and penny for no, I remember what foot. Why? Yeah, that's a pa. Hey, I can't pound no more chin this about Charlie. It is as me cry and sank me busano. Say, or just $180,000 now, go back to your tax there. And offer the free, the way agency hand to hand. And for baby, offer the free $180,000. Wow. Good evening.
Good evening, Obi.
Me back on here.
Obi Bini Kennedy ni mikase free e pokwa.
Obi Bini mayentio.
Obi we dey me pa che o. E fa no eye embrace ma ye kan ye. Se ko ba ni se COVID ani ya we na me nurse ni na se ye tua ebi mu some motivation bi or different district. Na se ba ni se be dia ye won ye dey ma ye motivation dia. Between see the directories no na.
Na who see directly the more aware say mo motivation be duru on mo ntua ma mo ana.
Exactly, because the whole Ghana and our district be among the colleagues and no school all mama information so almost can motivation COVID.
Yeah, I get you. Now who see district directory, now who see Ministry of Health.
Ekosiisen On Asempa.
Ministry of Health on my disseminate maybe call district.
Now who see them who say more district no motivation si Canada. How did you know?
And I make say a district, a different district.
By moment so obi nsa Canada or different no ncha say district no mo nsa kan ska no. And I mean we say o district do you know so mo nsa kan ska no?
Yeah, information say nsa kan.
Information why dem am?
From grassroots for na grassroots ya. Any nyanti say direct and nsa kan yesika.
In ukọ na court busa say musi that say district nsa kan ska prove be na mo a obeka den. Obeka say grassroots na munya information no.
And on it, since I am paying more fee lawyer for
okay. In the lawyer for no, I will be here no ama. Why? Yeah, that's a pan. I mean, sure. Ekosiisen suni free legal clinic ayede bremo enono. Ubet my friend 0302216545 0302216546. Good evening.
Hello.
Yes, me bato hoini.
Mr. Jacob ni.
Ukasa free.
Yes,
Mr. Jacob me and you.
Good. Yeah, na me pay say. E fa wa some ya. E ho akohia say wa ware oba ne neti.
Ekosiisen.
Oye na adwuma won so ye adwuma. Omfani sika ni bi mu obibia aware na amutimu no. Na wo ya nyame ye wadom na wo bo de ano de ye japade a. Eno wo mu chefa na.
Okay. Uye japade ntama aware ne wo ho no. Ana no maja aware.
E wo ho, bra wo ho no.
Aware ne wo ho no.
Wo bisa no so ma obi na homo a okra so na adwuma nye nti wo nye scam ho. Ono support bibia aware no. Ma wo bo ho na otumi bibia. Ono no wo mu chefa na. Wo bra akoba ne se wo ja no. Nye se bia wo echi.
Wo ja no no.
Aha.
Okay. Mate, that's a very interesting one. But lawyer for no, I think so we attach it on that and we any peculiar. What Mate, we may hear no amount. Why? Me da sepa kosuanity. Do we have another person on the line? Oh, too bad. A Homana article. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, me vacho wine. O kasa ne wo form papa. Udine the same.
David Mikasafi.
David, me and you.
Pacho card do be no na akoba say document no
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Intimation can about
document here they in chifam.
And you can document. There's a very tune to most of them.
Yeah.
Aha. Until men second back when I'm returning car. Until later, and our friend then we'll be see about talking in the community. And then for other park car. And also a week time, nothing in camp I was getting. But my activities they are up to now, almost a elementary. It's in the first say they are mixed kind of holding and I said or budget can.
What a question I said there. Okay. Inti number one no nipa na auto car ni free no ho na document na nya papa no ono na outside the car the command no
aha
ena wo the car the command no ena ono se wanya obi foforo a oba beto
aha
ena wo busa se unkwaji usika nya den
ewo on original owner na say second person na oba file
second person no ye na gbe so obeto no
aha
na ono no wato atua ka no watua ska no
sika no na aka
na say ono de wo ni contract bi ase nipa odu usika ne ma no ono no onfa usika ne ma o back
ono no say me ji sika no wo dia oba fa ka no
how anyways o de mate lawyers no wa o me yi anu ama why o me yi anu ama o me da say good evening.
Good evening.
Me ba to wine ni.
Me pa me Seku.
Wo line ni munya crowd na wo hefa.
Okay. Asa na me tell you.
And the park here ni ntio.
Okay. Mpa to me.
Better now, yes.
Okay. No problem is me obi na here do. Distribution company na here do. Na nipa na ntino ba ye na here do man. COVID ne ba ye ni mo 2019. And in the platform, I say, or didn't have a balance of the family. My friend now, I say, since then, business is in Jamaica. Almost 2 years now, in Jamaica. Now, they stop so maybe warehouse keep me having in our home or Maggie or Meho. And they say it's Obasa or Bagia or Mammy promise your Baba will petition us from next week going. Meanwhile, was who are the new staff and a it is done so about no fine register be free one. Me want so my appointment letter no or my sign and it will be ho am a copy. That is my question.
Appointment letter no need copy. Oh, too bad. Asem. I'm on for so one same Ghana how. Good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Ma radio nemra from why me pacha.
Okay, pacha what in kan?
Yeah, udin de sen kasa free.
Pacha some question ni kasa say the share camp kasa number 1.
Question me ntio.
Yeah, pacha me case ni say akwa currency e o BB. Na is it correct? Light issue on say a prepaid sense 5 years ago. And we say but ni pano so on because initial na former prepaid need na on this is the frank say this sign no the one year mo de bobo sense post on no mo de bobo see carbon on over 34 million organizations omuntia if anyone is so bia NTC anymore it's no if or it ni aka bia so
Ekosiisen On
Asempa online no nhyada anya papa enti ma nte question ni na sa live billings and semi ni ade die o say illegal connection
old meter offense which is the prepaid meter offense which really so chance sana
yeah
but if you no bia anti hono na mo ya mass we almost some meters in edit the about the offense and post hono na mo de bo but almost say we no na e ka ba ho over 34 million. And I'm saying, they never thought, say, yeah, the Kababa almost a really according for over 34 million organizations. I quite very difficult. This is so much as can answer. Tamai done a coming to Kumu, Miss Matilda behavior and the Kohon.
And now, Oberse who say, Obey me the Akokota.
For time.
Because
initial one on the ball, and that Tabia anyone on to some better sign said almost a son. Almost a sign or not a cast say bound because almost had an air negative.
Okay. And no, over all the ECG cockot. And I fear run.
And fear run no sort of saw the cocoa because he chases say almost on there when you now committing in commotion in commotion here.
Now, if you run, why not just 34 million you won't ya? And the reason is saying yours you won't ya.
The reason is when I old one about not tabia any on to say ECG for Ankasa is some meter no. Thomas some meter, I didn't prepared to be antimo. Into prepared in Casa won't talk.
Okay, very well. Mame Nasi, we mono and Shadanya Seme was a court. You just have to go to ECG now. Montana in Komoye. Mame fa this about saying 7 after 6. Okay. Good evening.
Good evening.
Me bacho hoini.
Nana
kasa free.
Make a free contract.
Baby, I want
contract.
I mean to you.
Mr. Simmons is say so we do that to cool. Oh, of course. Now your sentence will be no yes. Oh, hello, I'm about to make that.
Me too.
So we do that to cool as a witness. Now your sentence will be. Now my son say yes into the sentence later on you realize you say the editing need to show my sentence on. And you know crap. Me tell you do that to cool man. In Manupa, then I was Sandy Pano, or Fanny Media and I say any because we decide because recently, I feel like say a lot of people you do and each year will be media than to clean, will be a chance or say Nipani say. If you listen, you are finding out since Nipano and yes, sir. So they are according for so many years. It is wasting into seeing say Nipako Bejinao as a witness say I am in the same or yes, say I say I've been say.
Okay, that's an interesting question. Ma Yanasi, yeah, for final call. Good evening. Oh, too bad. Wahoma to call 0302216545. 0302216546. Now, EM Father's final call. EM Fancy. Good evening.
Good evening.
About your wine.
Apia Brove.
Apia Kasa Free. Madina, me and you apia.
I show more fast be one in a abo bra, was 50 hour net or banity move. You SCM or Hoja or Bano. at a passenger ban Simon won't see mu. No banner copa or nearby our university of better 3 years. I feel or boy no better on or teaching. I don't born my name. I'm telling you, on my lawyer. I see me here a few more.
Me want to munya question no. Say Timobio, o say Obana aye den no hwan tete no.
What need na jawa there. But then if you home to apartment back for Simon won fee. And I go near bar when you're 22 years our university. And I tete more fast no Emma almost 16 14. So I can't be too. And one farmer lawyer no seek advice. So the court and I wait a minute or the
okay, me about our really mono. Omo worry no mummy enu nyina AC 2-bedroom apartment no.
Debbie. Na age ma bank in the man loan or the toy.
And or the toy and that's what rent
or the
toy good. And as you omo jaya worry. Na omo
jaya o 2 fee or the apartment back home.
And a bear man away.
Beman is so another apartment.
Omo jaya worry but mu nyina ati fie ho. Obi a one apartment mu. Adentia.
Say wa ko janu wo na musuan fo ho. Baba wa no odu fie ho.
Me ba o. O janu omo ye wedding.
Baby.
Omo ye fie aware.
Fie awade.
Ena wa janu abusuan fie. Ede ade na baba yo anda so te ho.
Say wono wo di me e no se yi na o firi ho. No bi sa be na mse wo mo lawyer ni amane na lawyer for ni nimra a o be chere no kwa yo faso a o be tinye atu fi o na ye bi o ti o no ha no ba odua board na be tena ho a o titi ni ma no ye ne ha ne gese.
But that's an interesting case. Anyways,
yeah, titi one. Ma me no so man na.
Enkwala na ye titi omo no. Oh, too bad. Okay. Too bad. Okay. But that's really interesting. So, customary marriage. In the no muko fie kugu na eno ano no. So we any ordinance court say be
yeah, you dissolve
property right.
But we are court.
You register customary marriage or court. You dissolve customary marriage
or
court.
They won't register court cry.
Which mean the court.
Which we are
property way.
We are no dey my can be a colleague. Sometimes there is a lot of misinformation and miseducation in the system.
Okay.
Because and sometimes not to maybe I say me chastise you but a lot of comfort in counseling it created this impression in the minds of a lot of people say so why if you are here na ye jaiwa unyahwe but anya sa na mranity
okay
emrano once you are married property rights once you are divorced in article 22 and share whether you were married under custom it applies to everybody irrespective of how am worry some ko sorry some your wedding some ko general beach some ko registrar's office some ko fie na mo ya once I be establish say japade no munya na ware mu no emra no akeke start en fa ho no kwa fa so ware enti sa adwena e won kofo timu say o ware efia ware na ware and amamre a unya hwe ye ja unya hwe enyo no kware
in this case now one from the fact that papa did two no guy ni ji loan na or the to fie no omo ware ye we fie omo kogu aware ni wo fie oba ni ntue oba ni da so ete ho be ma ni so ete ho bi be ma ni so onim kwan obefa so ama oba na free ho oba na kofa ni nua ba aba betena ne nchen ena ni nua ba na etete I want to believe say your mama ni nua ba na etete nkwala no endi onhu de oye ne ho.
You see, also 2 flats.
Yes.
That's the thing. If it's 2 apartments, I'm thinking say a dine back but a 2 apartments and a what dining almost share 1 compound.
Yes.
A be a umuja no a japade no yanyasa ye pamo ban because so my fan say e yomumi enu dia enti ya che we mfa 1 flat but problem aya na e wo hu no say bi omo de court ye besusu ahwe say omo tena bomu wo fie ho a e bi e be kwakofa problem aba enti ba ko mpedan ma ba ko ana ontua ba ko ka no mfa na the other person no enkope edan ni bi e wo baby foforo
o kasa na o ka bibi se be ma no say oba ne ti otifi ho no ha no but ne wo fa asio se na akofa na ba no
o tete ne ma no
nti we ya de so motene fie no motena so no moka we nya asem a wo hia lawyer
na sanka omutimi tena se eka ngoma nya wa
because o court we ko fa lawyer ne betun akwaje se nipa ni fifie ho ana se sna me colleague kan se mo kotena fie mo guare no ebusiafo no sie gina se okay dan na e4 famienu we famienu na se me de ono de no fa ase abetena no die ma we de nkotu no and yes, I want to edit chim na we ntina ha na we ha because mo giti mo say we mfa we na we mfa we ya we timi nkotu.
Well, and now one thing was they're finding out here why they want custody of the kids.
And also yes for.
Well, because everyone said bear man they want custody of the kids na oba ni nua ba ni si den oba beti han ono so ye na kakra.
And straightforward.
E bi bear man wo ma different bi no ne ma de
oni ahoma no so but me ma dwen ejije me said you all describing yourself flat
where two bedrooms
and flat e be a separate anka flat ko say apartment
be a separate
e be a self-contained bedroom no for an apartment it's a one house
it should be a common hall and two master bedrooms
wait I know there where the interaction beba
yeah
nipa motena okunu ne yire mo agya aware no madwi mu na nye healthy se mo betena in such an environment sebi oba no kofa be ma ba ana be ma so kofa ba eba fi on ma how you cohabit long and short no say ba kuntu
na no mo bezo mbe jaya ade no mo ko jaya
so mo jaya o jaya enti se na the offer kan ye no oba no na se wotu na se wontu a court na adeko wotu ifa force ntu se ejapade so wo mo che na ye che wie na se be ma no e na obetu oba ne kanu afo so oba na betu be ma ne kanu afo na o ma ye san hye na ade asunya because especially where nkola na yetete wo eno de mra no pet secret you kra
yenya ware ne ntwempna de we de enshadamwa we say who be a police guy who is married to a lady has accused her of cheating without any evidence and he is not showing any interest in the marriage but has also refused to send the lady to her parent. Can I get an advice on this issue please? Nanampon Sabediakon. In the police guy married to a lady and the police guy has accused the lady of cheating without any evidence. And the police guy is now not showing any interest in the marriage. And on so I use the on foul banning command awful. Say meaning the on konko jaya. You get it? And on moteho.
Or rejaya no, yeah, sometimes no. Alright, and you be man kwan eja yo. So bantu to me jawa. It is a be man it one or yeah their own penance.
Ekosiisen On
the process was it depend on how mo worry.
Yeah.
Say ordinance and I say if you worry ya kwan fa so ye. Na bia say bia mo kwa so nhwe wona say bia wonye adwuma ana wonye ona ebusuan no otimi odisika ba. And all the two mra nanim say bia me pese on peta me say amount say na court na hwehwem na say when I say we deserve it, call baby. So we change or no major, no so on Jana, so better not.
Anyway, wow decision, huh? Okay. In the Yemra back to calls, no. You're dealing with the first one. The other one say Obi bear false witness. Na a lady to be being incarcerated. Now later I find out in the panic anya she me jaina. Nipa bear false witness. No, what happens? I'm running in the yenen cafe near Jan's on and so go free.
I'm running jail. Some say no si can no. O fa ne tra sa dia o be fa ne say ono buy no be twa antro. Ana afi ye hu sentro no twa. By ye be jai emra ne be jai obi no. Ebi wo ho a eya na eye se ne court na assess facts no. Any se ne apply emra no. Enti bia enye obi ne be di adansi krumu per se, but ebi akwan a judge ne fa so esusu asem no ana ama ye kwa akojai enipa kro no but say eko base susu ampa nipa no unse uko court ansa na wo be ma wadanse de no di nse se wo di nse wie na utwa ntra crime.
Yes,
you get it. Enti no so eho asotwen ewo ho se susu ampa se nipa no etwa ntro na eche ye hu so ntro pa no twa o share da se o kan asema to obi so de a eno hu asotwen wo ho but the fact say me be di adanse na echire ebi district court ukodru high court ye ja wo no nkyerɛ sɛ adanse na me bedi ye na ya adanse krum ntie
we bet me dey adanse ye jaja obu asem sɛ dey asomasi ka no menyinni osusu niema akoya menyinni ɛno kyerɛ sɛ nipa obegyina ha no edi atro
okay
but sɛ you can obi also obegyina ho pa ha na ne edi atro na ɛno sa na sɛ
ma so hye wo
ana ho aso twe wo
okay okay nti ebetuma ba sɛ nipa ne bɛkɔ a higher court ama court no ama ne freedom sɛ onko ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ at the lower court no witness ne ba betwa antro necessarily
ebeti bi kra ba sɛ ade no unse crime ɛnioma mienu ɛyɛ ade na wo yɛyɛ no actus reus ana adwene a ɛta ne wo yɛyɛ n'achi enti madanse ne kyerɛ sɛ mihu sɛ asomasi ɔyɛ ade we enti ɔyɛyɛ ebi a ɛkɔ higher court no adwene ɛta ɛkyire no na court no dia ɛgyina so aka sɛ ada bi wanya na adwene sɛ ɔbɛyɛ aha
okay we say work COVID period no na obi de nioma e buy go ne shop mu ha no e distribute COVID-19 for close to 2 years nipa ni ntua ne ka wate se afi nipa ne person de nioma e ba e begu shop nim ba wase ade nipa ne person fa team for ne omo ye adwuma se e ba se eno ba so a o ho kwan so be kwa ko demand ni sika free employer ne ho ana appointment letter on the employer ne sign employer na ama ne copy employer na keep copies in United.
Only appointment letter.
Yeah, only appointment letter there.
So unkra copy there na chere say letter wo any that's the starting. But I don't chere so ntimi chere enhyehyeye ano one no ewo. Letter ne di adanse. But the letter ni ho mo a e bia wo another means obetimi di a chere say enhyehyeye ana me ne asomasi ye woni.
E bia first 2 months be otua wo ka. Akatua no ne we ye.
Oh, COVID ana sa situation si ba e obi bia emremu ne friend force majeure eno no ema ehyehyeye a nipa ayato hono no emra no ma ho kwan sɛ o se ehyehyeye am no wie yini but esan asɛm a esan a ato say betwam nyoso wobetumi suspend an say betwam kora wo ye adwuma yeni a o employer timi yiwadi fan say asɛm kan ho COVID dey ba yi o ye adwuma wo airport yi abayatum so obi ankofi o problem make say senior dey unse adwuma yi say yatum plane nko plane ma ntie ne ko tenafi ana akatua o pa tenafi metia akatua no so ana tenafi say ibu airport na no aba ne yasen aye adwuma ho nti we no omumienu no emra COVID no ebi aye call lockdown ana say niema mba enkoma no nhihye be no mtenase that is the problem say force majeure ne ba ya mo ka ko si sen wa wo de niema no ebegu shop no mu no ebi ana hihye say bosumi bia metua o si o ma ne te ase say esan emfaza to enchema to wiase 19 no mitimi enye say adwuma bi mti ya ntwentwen so kakra ana wanka hwanche no bia enya contract ne ya adwuma ese utuanka o pese o suspend the contract now terminate the contract no on the basis of force majeure ese o ka kire
so o man ye clear
yes o man ye clear na je ma kwa Manchester kan say o si we ombie shop no why na mbie shop no because o say no o kan na say o ye storekeeper
yeah
na say we ye storekeeper
warehouse keys ne wole ho say bia nioma bi anim so say afei na papa nde nioma eba ba wate say papa nde nioma ne ba o be fa nkofo foforo enti ono betima kwa demand saa 2 years na yentua ne kanana
wanya adwuma bia no
o say
wanya adwuma
eno de won kan je say we na di
ene enokra mum ti say mbi kan say one terminate contract na say wo say utua no busumi bia teku anaka predia
o be say we demand
say adwuma no enkoso no na say o ka che say
terminate
asumasi adwuma no te say yetimi nye biem ensan yare a abawia say yenti kotena fie
yeah
and the fact that key no one ho no so kire say na wo nye say wu yi na di but you see here be sisin de be ma so ade ba kwa ye hwen say 2 years yentua uka say wan kan kire wo say ebia o akire esika ba mema osika ni mu half na say ya so te wo 2 years nti opeso kire say onye adwuma for 2 years ni nyina nti papa ni metua no say 2 years ni nyina sika na
na ye say sound so hwese na ye etua no by the day and as a monthly salary.
Okay.
So then by the day now I'm going to say into a bit more by the day, but you're commuting the month at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And this is when you say into your
it all comes back to appointment letter no and what is in there no so no need copy into
papa no
Ose and was signed at the ama papa no or no any copy car to a third party into auto car no in chifem there's a document near forged and utriaka later na obi expressing interest in car no original person or ton car na man ka kire ne say onkoji ne sika free third party na why expressing interest in the car no it is here why confused on your day
ade no
because car na nkasa na yentwi fam
auto car ni free wan ho
auto free first person yes
odi sika na ka ewura
odi sika na
ka ewura say papers ne forged
yes
odi car no akoma ka ewura ka ewura dani am obi foforo
yes
nipa no entu aka na de obefa free ka ewura ho no woni ni
it looks like one farm ka ewura no say you o sika asem no I say wo na wo say ntwefam wo mpe bo obi de o so ope o nti farmer sa nipa
o de man kra no on the mind aye ka wo na no o de ama nipa go no so man so meje nti nipa no obeji ye no de so tuo wo ni asem bia aye ka wo na no
but how about say bia ka wo na ne ka say wo de wo so wo mpa me ma so mesi aba be fa so mesi be tua wo sika na ma.
Yes, you're seeing narrating. It looks like there was a discussion.
There are two. Enyama menu hanmo. Ebi kan no. Fraud or auto car man criminal offense or car person here forged. Fraud or eno ye police asem criminal matter. Ena a contract na or the auto car no man no ngasa. Inti the key and say why na ton car no e ma nipa no san beje. Se kawura ne so anso baji free wo obaji free wo se kawura na so anso baji free wo ana me na maton maji atum se car no papers ne nyen so me so me ton ama obi se wan yan tum se papers ne nyen so me so me ton ama obi na kawura na so ase se de wo mpa aso mesisi on de ope dan ma no a oni sa aso mesi no eni ni deal bia kawura na o de ka nti se aso mesi no se ka kawura ni da so kra so ono betua no ntua e se kawura no ko dan ka no juice ka man juice ka no ton hwe man
akoye se in the first instance no ye buyer by second instance we buy agent ama owner no yeah nti ka da be do nsem na owner no se farmer way oba beji nti ono de or acting on the instructions of cow owner no dey man on dey say the sika no that's a cow owner no go dey sika nti say we tell say we ntua na dey neither hit nor there. It's a cow and
na me so na de obaji no so say papers there dem say in chief no so tia
yeah and the other thing so say yam fan say because of the nemo that rule no say car owner no are only ownership of the property, only title to the property, only refund. The why you know fake. If it established say na a fraudulent arrangement. When they akwaji usika free car owner no.
Car owner no waton, ono no di fraud o won di fraud no. Nipa no ofre ye no. Ona car owner di fraud no.
Yes.
Nti obetina jinsi ke car owner no ho.
Na no uko se wakwa akoto ade a, ye ma say ye wako wia no abeton ama na wakoto a. Uko ji usika free.
I don't know. As they only count that receiving stolen goods no kra no. Se enye se waje ne keke o. Circumstances no kire se woni ma na se ke se woni.
Yes. But ono nso say auto car no. Na ye ntwi fam
ohun se ekire ni ohun se ye ntwi fam enti no side call back no
scenario na angle no dey the angle no say at the point na ohun se ye ntwi fam no na we say o making sure say we return it to the original
scenario na
say na nyesa wo so wo begina me say wonim say ade na ye ntwi fam so
if I get you say metwase ya ade wo kan say yeah car owner no yeah established a car owner area car
yes
and you know he couldn't have passed on to you
absolutely
any title. But the issue here is say the person no the actual owner no enyam pop up and as it stands now you are dealing with the person alleged to have stolen the car
yes
and as the actual owner no cry pop up the actual owner no bet me abegin the car free because on the actual owner he couldn't have the nipa no we are kind of couldn't have passed on.
Duty no went
whatever be the case no the establishes or commit a crime of unshame no as between him and the actual owner na problem
yes
but between one and the what you see can there also to make you see a friend in chain because of us we to the amount and I later realized that it wasn't his to have sold to you.
Okay.
Now, say you can't benefit from your.
But my point is, if at the point of sale, Udu sika na ema no ma hu se chale we dey we to go car si bi na etwa fam and awa oji to mu na wo advance sika de man you get
if
it?
That is the scenario they are with me kwayere no but we say no see a chire no hu say eye so no nim say what genuine article
very well
and hu say papers no problem wo hu nti je na fam sika mame
very well on na yere aware ejapade bia omo aye no ubusa oba na oba nso ndi oniska wan feska bia amba sisi omo ba bejai ejapade no oba ende oba ne wo chefa wo mu ana
oso obisa na osi ni sikesa isi
oba nso oniska wo
oso oniska na oso oh dabi o kan bi
oba ni feska bia onibi
ubusa bi na oni ni sikesa because but onu so ye adwuma you see ebia na oba ni sika no me nsi ni pinka say ebia wo de onkon sika na aye nti because na esi ni edi kan no
yes
ebia na ampa so ono adwuma o ye no sika eba no esa but sika na wo je akosi nan ne de onfa bi ma enso ba kon homa 10 cedis 10 bi odi 2 cedis so na aso
asanso ye fie adwuma
ono aduane but senior now the Supreme Court position enya flat something.
Oh, of course.
We look at the circumstances of each case.
Yeah.
And to what do case beto a near bisa oyire oye dan na ma o me yire osori kro mpra me ana me pra. Aduane kora onye me ana me ye maduane. Ono nya ni sika o de kobo na ebusuafo. Misu mi nya mi sika me de hwa me mana me de bia ye sei. Ene why we japade a eye odia. Ana say me sorry a mi nya boso me 100 cedis. Me yiri si sika 30 cedis esha into onfa ni sika ni bi ma but me bo akon homa 10 cedis no me yiri de 1 cedis so onu aduane si wo ma mi bedi enti it's not enough to simply say onfa ni sika ma because also oni bi enti onfa ma
in fact there's no legal requirement
na say oba no so di sika bi so akon homa ne so a e wo so oba ni prove say indeed me di sika bi so akon homa ne so
oh bi o anfa so but onu aduane o say
akoma na me ma na odi anu aduane
no ba wo ye adwuma odo so ye adwuma no so onfa ni sika ni bi mra nyesa
who is cut to table say na
enya aduane the man is expecting the woman to also contribute because he feels that he's working and the woman is also working into obi anfa sika ni bi mra enti ka wo ye adwuma no po adwuma na ba fia na wa be no aduane edi but wo ko adwuma na oba na say so sika na ode to okra na so oba na no aduane at least why bibi
we create home amount ena ugina so de ye wadwuma no do e ma wi fie no ena mra no ehwe say we create home enya say bia o discover enya ska nko a we create home
Asempa FM
amount ena usugina so na wo de eye wadwuma wo obaye a wo so won fa bi mai won fa bi ma won siesie fie on hwan kwala on sempa they say obaye ayiri no onye uyi ska to nchen they say oyiri no onye all those things are taken into account
okay enti obeni say utie me de na cheze otu atwi muja idea as oba no so wo share kakra
obi ma men come you plan what is with the new positions of the law was say kasa ibu okra esesa no because all kasa say my majapade what our no there's nothing like my majapade as ya japade na ye be jai no send ye be che no send so start so odwen ho because once when you are in there akwai say even though ohwe so ohwe sina kan no ohwe Supreme Court decision at a point no they had to look at your personal right to own property as against the right to join acquire property in marriage and nothing a mass eje na eje no omo take even say okoji loan this year yen counting as part but as who say presumption e dey operate say once a man see no in the course of marriage in there you be taking it say and to say wo be kire say next year no
and what if in this man's case no say after pushing na say oba in first come na papers are a cover property no papa na ye say you no nko ani din mu a we're stating it clearly on the face of the record say a dine way or non a dine and on swear
una wa wo to na state ye
me ba to say
wa wo to na state ye no you no pray so say on kwan dia
njo beti me challenge still
because we say you know Land Act now, apart from some say you can state say you are solely acquiring it. Somewhere almost about consent.
Yeah.
Where the other party has to sign something for or no register, no register assassin to know say property where they me chefing him and I'm hearing
Yes, simple something for margin
Emrana sign. I think that's the point. I was say you're hating the EMO motivation allowance for nurses COVID. So I'm district or more and put non issue. But I know Sano, Obetime district health directorate. No, say what is other districts and yabi. But more district, you munyabi.
First and foremost, we're here. Secondly, with some of these vaccinations, depending on the area they work on, it's a little incentive. Maybe I don't want to accra Hana way. Because we're not got if I'm saying one of these new regions so I can't know working up. So crabby or through into the amount of motivation money that we into Accra, you can't ask benefits a wunyano. Therefore, the same thing.
Another reverse too could be say Accra the endemic war Accra
KIA Omicron you and then when you know it's the amount of risk allowance.
Yes.
Obi so at the hospital be the whole district no by 6 months to na COVID case I could come between next week I say man we not the same allowance.
Okay, now
what's here? Formally you can write and ask. Who say want me for what dream mu say obi se wanya ne de nti mo de so mo say aba.
Aya bensika. Sebi obi ntamu hye botum. No afrem o dem no wa chama. There is documentation.
Yeah. Paper trail.
There is documentation. 2% who say e no kre say bi mu saka and na almost so I hye be na deska no ho. Ube
to the big one. Agent asase. 2% waha 2% waha omo so mu chi nedi $180,000
udipa misika na so say ha
$180,000
5%
and almost 5
na onsisi obi adan ti obetu ani 2 so one
otise ono no ni sense
although mo say o metese ona mi ni sense ka
edi kan no agent no or agent say o tiki us no anaso register as agent.
Okay. And then everyone the capacity to sue.
Yes, there's a law that
there's a recent law.
The real estate
developed real field law that
real estate something like
to practice so we young fan say mu yes adi li kransa na law no eba into effect.
Yeah.
Mu agreement way. Who see we bi.
O say papa ne say onye nemi.
What ya think only paper. We are working and
also oral verbal contract here.
Yes, it's your word against his word.
Omano can say we agreed on 0.1 then Abeka.
It's also the 100 and something thousand Ghana could police for some farmer no. They say the papa no dey man no. So if the man is insisting, say commissioner you can any na me dey man wa. We proof say 2% no.
I say court court is won.
That's the next thing. Say or say court no court so enforce court decision no. And so
that's the I enforce it.
So lawyer. I say court the year. What say no a entry of judgment. Now what kicking say 5 fail say garnish you processes now akoje because at least we dey lucky. Assassin what toy. Nti when you hwe kra no you can attach assassin no toy. Aton no ati commission.
That's how what we make kind case we have no cry documents that no town filling stations. See cover 30 million. Document that whole percentage of facilities here so when 5%. Oh we anybody don't here.
Oh
anybody say don't here. Or this kind of no don't here. And you know na so the word of mouth
word of mouth and they are true wedding. In the end eventually went to still.
Oh well they later crack out the code do I call the do court na baby man.
Almost at
On any nada.
No, I say
30 million. On here.
And no press or say court to there. It's simply a question of enforcing the court judgment.
Yeah.
So lawyer now who say omo you are at liberty to change your lawyer. When an entrance lawyer you say many you eduma lawyer aye no tianeka file
obisi judge me lawyer no me kasa na me kan kro ntia se nti mo nse sana ma me.
Okay. The final question about my will no me yere enim de wom I think we can say can he
Otipia na Japadie bi one na yere na
or the akwakoche na or the in the one well no yeah na yere nim de wom wawuko later omoko kan we no mo hu say Japadie bi on na yere ye no or the ache eno no ebegina na ebe ye adwuma
enyina because well no you can only will what is personally yours.
Yes.
Into no and I say we no cry no maybe we in personal views in the light of new decisions na baba no we no cry you even say bia say dan on oyere team and now dan on ukunu team no oh yeah we la we dey make oga say me the dan no eja what you can rather do say me dey interest in the dan no ema we
yeah
then the one who say bia we interest because I joint we interest we bia 50 30 40% and whatever we calculate as your interest oh the amount we but say me the dan natural way. So long as because let's not forget, sir, properties now acquired in the course of marriage are presumed. And now who cry the natural as into the view and say, properties no once we presume them to be married properties acquired in marriage. Maybe view and say they are all jointly acquired properties. Into you have an interest in them. You cannot say oh they outright. They come really at you.
A second thing so say why you will and in the yiri nim well so there oh ya nipa mienu pe anaba ko pe na so omutim hu de wom wo ya wo well no wa kire say ana wa na wa kire wa no ana say wo my lawyer na ye ma wa lawyer na wo ye no
any witnesses no
they don't have to know the context.
They only sign
they have to
be there when they are signing
no mo sign witness executors kra no amu nya so mehu ye wom ubu akwa executors no kra mo amane say wo no mafa wo executor enye by force no na amane nti will ne de say enye by force say omu bi wo pesa wo de ko kira na ado ko kire ne wa wasemwa but one fan chiru bia ye wo hihye ya wo ye eno anu
se ni fie ne se ebia ne partner enhu a na che se ebia nko fa property e joint property ashema eno de the fact say di panatro no nkire se emra no be pene so nti se wakofa japade emu mienu mu de ashemu a ye be ye free yes ye be ye free eno nche se well ni nyina asai de enye wo mu no ye yi the free enti wachecha woni oma uji were udi ama we asase bi na akoka se wo de ma obabi but e bia na wo na wo yiri bi dia onya yi wo de wo mu ye 50% enya wo de na wo de ama e bi kra na eno nkwa ne dan a wo na bia also de kwama wabusu apanyi ye wo yire no o yiri team you know sometimes there are certain challenges will cry why one kasa why na nye interstate will na why no bitimi be challenge will no we no obitimi be kasa o me papa no no na hwe me wo school ana wa make provision ama me nti emra no e make provision yes and the court will do that after examining the circumstances.
Wow. 42 minutes after so really ajematna ha che e wo say jai mo na mutime kotwa but I think on my own behalf on behalf of the Ekosiisen production team and especially lawyer Samson Ladi anyene no ma memfa seda sonko emfa emamo lawyer Veronica Frempong head legal SIC Life Savings and Loans Limited, lawyer Julius Opoku Eje of Opoku Eje and Company, or a private legal practitioner, and a lawyer Raindorf Chumesi Ankra, Morrison Chumesi and Partners, and also a private legal practitioner. And I'm told, sir, more selfless service to the vulnerable who cannot afford legal fees, nunti. And also for more support for the hashtag Prison Change Project. Nyame adomo I said them the 31st. We are moving to the Kumasi Central prisons. Mame enna lawyer Susanna Asabia Nyampon. Also T-Force and Co who joined us on the phone lines. For the contribution to making this show successful. Ain't me pacho say utie na o mwabia ubetime e de aboa yen ya. Bomoden na channel so say your momo number no 0593038768 0593038768. Merchant name near multimedia group. Oh, a chedie being so say, yeah, Moon and tin tomatoes, sugar, mackerel, water, soft drinks, biscuits, chicken, vegetables, toiletries in Yenara, Bibia Wubia, say ye in row and awa, Faninina, Baby Giant, or Joy FM. As our friend 0302 211 688 Yabeba, Nayaba Ababeji, Edia Quaco Boy, Yenu no more egu efie asin nyame inshra munyina councils yedamase pa nyame inshra we are indeed grateful for your time Ekosiisen so ni yede dwumade ne besi ha for this Wednesday nyame adomo chena yebesen aba Friday nso yebesan aba muntie we meba